This is a replay of the NBA 2K23 Open Mic Community Space from May 9th, 2023. Thank you for listening. 27 spaces. 27 weeks? No, 24 weeks that we've been doing this, that we've been chatting. It's been fun. We're into the playoffs now, which is crazy. It's been quite a year, basketball wise and 2K and community wise. It's been a fun year. Jimmy, would you agree it's been a fun year?
Yeah, I said that today on stream.
Really? Really? Did anybody clip that by any chance?
I've said it a couple times.
Okay, because that kind of talk can get you in some hot water around these parts.
Hot take alert.
Hot take. Speaking of hot takes, hot locker code is a fun thing that happened. A former Spur player that always grinds my gears when former Spurs do well.
You can't be happy for them? No, I'm just kidding.
You should be. Yeah, you should be. You should be able to root for sport, but no. Maybe hindsight. Maybe he'll come back. But no, it's wearing the wrong color, wearing the wrong shirt. If you wear the wrong shirt, I can't cheer for you anymore. It's a sports thing. You know that.
I don't know if I agree with that one, Tim.
I know you can. I also don't fully agree with it. And it was awesome watching him play.
I'm gonna give you an example, okay?
All right.
The best example I can give you right now is Jimbo.
Yeah.
Like he got traded from the Bulls. I wish he wasn't, but I said even in 2017, I said to nobody in particular, no matter where he goes in his career, I'm gonna root for him. Okay. So he's been on the Timberwolves, he's been on the Sixers, and now you see what he's doing with the Heat.
Oh.
I will root for him because of what he contributed to the Bulls. We got Bucks and 16 here. Shout out to him. Same deal with Bobby Portis. Wherever he goes, I'm going to root for him as well. So there you go.
Yeah. And a side note, have you ever seen Game of Zones?
I have.
The Jimmy Butler on the Timberwolves was one of the funniest episodes that I've seen of that.
I think I've seen that one a long time ago.
Yeah, it's an old one. Again, you're used to that with me. I'm not going to say anything that came out yesterday. It'll be a solid 5 to 10 years. But
for sure.
But if anybody wants to check out Game of Zones, it's hilarious, and especially like how LeBron won the 8 straight conference finals. And yeah, it's tied in with Game of Thrones. It's hilarious about basketball.
Yep, it is funny for sure.
But when you brought up Jimmy Butler on the Timberwolves, that's the first thing I thought of. But it is Royce to 5'9" day, so happy day to you there.
I saw you tweet that today. I saw that on stream and I laughed, man. That was good. So yeah. I mean, hey, I know you want to talk about Lonnie, so I want to give him a shout out. But I'm gonna let you cook because I think you got some good stuff cooking tonight.
Oh yeah, there's fun stuff cooking. And aside from cooking that, I did a cookie poll, which was fun. Got a good response on that because it was inspired by a peanut butter cookie I was eating at the time. And that's when I was like, I wonder if this is the best cookie ever. And I tweeted it, and sure enough, it finished last in the poll. I'm glad I didn't put any other options on there.
I also saw you tweet that during stream. So
Where would you go? Where would you go on that poll?
Oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal raisin. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. Fiber. Lots of fiber.
Yeah. Lot of chocolate chip lovers out there, I know, and I can respect that. But oatmeal raisin is always a go-to for me, man. It always has been.
It seems like a breakfast cookie almost. You know, if there's oatmeal in it, you can get away with calling it a breakfast.
There you go.
A bunch of sugar too. All right. And a couple other things that are happening. New Yao came out, Dark Matter Yao, which is, expected. We're moving into guys that can move, big guys that can move. We all want, our 7-foot starting 5. So the Yao was inevitable. Isn't that like the Thanos meme?
Yeah, sounds about right.
So did you pack him by any chance?
No, I did not. I was wondering if you ripped him in one empty single.
No, I didn't. I didn't. But and then following in today too, I didn't rip him then, and then the Tim Duncan dropped today, so I got a little carried away at the one empty single because it was followed by 10 more, and did not get Duncan. So I would have to sell some more shoes, which is fine. It's worth it. It's worth it for the chance, scratching the ticket. I'll take it. I get to watch everybody else, pull Dark Matters on Twitter and pretend like I'm happy for him, which is fine for me. I'm good with that.
That's funny.
I'm good with that. And another really fun thing that's happened is the Auto NATO League is in the playoffs. I've never been good enough to even think about joining a league, let alone like scrim with somebody. So respect to anybody that joins a league. That keeps the game flowing, keeps building the teams, keep building your squad, because there's a reason, not just hop into unlimited, but a little more community style event, which are always awesome. I don't know if that leagues interest you at all, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. I've seen stuff on Twitter about it, so it's cool to see people come together and play and compete. I like to compete, so I like to play. I played a lot of limited on stream this weekend. Yes, I did play online, and yes, I did do it on stream. So, yeah,
You're
man,
known
you gotta
for that.
respect that.
You're kind of known for that by now, aren't you?
Oh yeah, you know me,
Yeah.
best.
Yep. The only one who spends more time in the menus than you is me, and I wear it with honor, because now I even have internet issues to back it up. So I'm like a forced menu streamer, which is good.
We're menu streamers.
Yeah, and not even under protest. I'll take it. And one other
think that is a compliment. If
little
anybody
hot
tries
tip.
to tell me that is an insult, then it's a compliment.
Oh yeah, no, it is a compliment, because if you're called a W menu streamer, at least you're a W, and at least you're streaming. Put in whatever in the middle, it's fine. Yeah. A little hot tip for anybody listening: random diamond shoe boosts are nuts right now for some reason. I don't know. And I'm gonna reveal on stream. My mind is blown. Just posting them up for a buy now, right around between like 3K to 5K for your post fades and your ball handle and your pass accuracy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they, after like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, they start selling. And all of a sudden, they're gone. It's like people are just mindlessly building shoes, and you can make bank. So that's another little empty. That's just for people listening right now. I'm going to delete this part from the. No, I don't even know how to delete anything from it. That's why I always hope nothing goes wrong, because I'm not sure if I could delete things or edit things properly. So thanks for everybody that's ever listened and been here speaking, that's been respectful. I guess that's a side note on that.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, and that was kind of inspired by Heck and Jimmy Crack Corn and Spontaneous J, Big Money Heck, or Big Heck Money, BS1. B1ST. I'm getting it all wrong because I didn't write it down. I just wrote Heck, and I knew I'd get it wrong, so I need to write out the full name. But they tweeted something about how it was crazy they were selling these boosts, and so people that are struggling to make MT, 3-4 of them for 15K. I'm gonna unveil something even to myself, because my auctions are full. I couldn't scroll down far enough, but there's a ton. So that's talk about menu stream, redeem auction stream. Yeah. So get creative, people. There's ways to make MT. There really is, and it's not the snipe one for 100K and sell it for 500K. That's the real lottery ticket game. But it's the rinse and repeat stuff that you can sustain 10 packs and not cry much. Cry a little, but not much.
Well, You're sitting up here talking about pass accuracy, which is great. I mean, we can do that all day long. But I mean, I must have so many post fades. Like the fact that those are selling is crazy to me.
The fact that they're selling for like 2,900 or 3,200, that's what's crazy to me. You can always throw them up for 1,000 and they'll sell. But for some reason right now, it's the hot tip. All right, everybody, let's hear them buttons clicking. Get those auctions full. Shout out to Space Ward Bird. for that. Keep your auctions
Go.
full. It's even if you don't have time to grind the game, you do have 5 minutes to fill up your auctions. You don't even have to research everyone. Just throw it up on a prayer. It might sell, it might not. At least
Facts.
you're giving it your all. And that's giving it your all is a big thing. You know, giving it your all. A lot of us have never had to give it our all. You know, that's a big statement. I know it's kind of just a little catchphrase now, give it your all. But if you break it down, you know, can we give it our all? Can we leave it all on the court, leave it all on the field, leave it all on the pitch if you're a football fan? Because we all have our roles to play, you know, and sometimes it's not our role to give it our all. It's not our role to go out there and run around like a madman and try to get our 6 fouls quick and teach the other team a lot. You know, we all have a role to play, and so my intro, and it's again it jumps to 4 pages so quick. I don't know what's going on here. I apologize to everybody, but no, I don't. I wanted to say this. Know your role, but stay ready. That was the intro to Space 27. And we hear it all the time about role players. There's superstars and there's role players, you know, and you look at like a game stat sheet, like let's say the 76ers, for example, they win 125 to 110. And you look at Harden, he's got 35 and Embiid's got 40. And you go, okay, well, that's 75 points. Where'd the other 50 points come from?
Yep.
And so you start to break down, okay, the role players, you know, the people that get their 10, the people that get their 8, you know, the people that get their 5, but this game they got 17, you know, something like that. The role players that are the true X factors in sports. And you know, the role players they're on the team, but they're not getting interviewed. You know, they show up, they do their job, that's it. You know, they punch the clock. You know, they're the lunch pail guys. You know, like the PJ Tuckers. And there was a great meme on Twitter about him, you know, motivating Joel Embiid. Just a quick little interaction of him just getting in his ear, just pumping him up, and it was great. And the first dude I thought of was Ramsey, and I even tweeted that. I said, yeah, I see Ramsey right there. You know, and then that's role players, and that's something that you know you can't. I guess you can't put a role into that, be a team motivator, but there's people that do that. And maybe your role is to get up 6 shots, or maybe your role is to play 3 minutes a quarter, you know, go out, give somebody some rest. Or maybe your role is to play rhythm guitar instead of lead. You know? But maybe your role is the 3rd string quarterback, and your role is now to play the role of the other team's quarterback in practice. You know, we all got a role, or maybe you're a character actor in Hollywood and we all recognize you, but not one of us know your name. You know, you play your role. That's the definition of playing your role. Or in theater, or if you're an understudy to the lead, you know, now that's where you really have to. I don't know. I say theater's great. Anybody should get into theater, acting, drama club, impromptu acting. It's great. Fun stuff, or even set building, set design, anything like that. But theater, if you're an understudy, that means that you're next in line for a major role or a next step up role, you know, next man up. And so it's your job. Not only your role is to do your part, but you have to be able to take the lead. You know, you have to be able to say, hey, break a leg, and they do. And now what? Are you ready? Are you ready to take that role? You know, the old saying is next man up, or next woman up, next person up. But you stay ready. And the phrase is what? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yep.
Or Chuck Norris doesn't sleep, he waits. Now, is Chuck Norris still relevant as a reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think he was a lot more relevant when I was younger. But I mean, he's timeless.
Of course, that's you could say that about every single one of my references. Yeah, more relevant when I was a boy. When I was a lad, I understood what Michael J. Fox was a American superstar. Yeah. Okay, I'm circling Chuck Norris and put a smiley face, so that's a current reference for later use for the notes.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, go ahead.
And do we have to find out if we're ready though? That's the thing. Do we know if we're ready? And so one time for me, I didn't know I was ready, but I was. And it was huge. And it doesn't do with sports, but it has to do with, staying ready, next man up. And I moved from one state to the next years back. So I guess this is pre-move here. I was learning how to be a framer. And I got really good. I enjoyed it. Easy stuff, work with my hands, you build stuff. And I worked with the same guys I played basketball with, and I played softball with, and then I partied with, and it was awesome. It was the perfect work situation. And I was interested in the whole building process, but I was also, kind of had my eye on the blueprints. Nobody else did. Only the foreman got to look at them. Well, he was the big guy. Those are his blueprints. But I was curious. I was interested on why do we have to build it like this? Why do we have to do this? And so I'd always be sneaking over and looking at the plans and getting into the plans. I was just really interested in it, and I was early 20s. So I had so many other things that I was focused on, but for some reason I was just interested in being good at this. And then I moved back to Idaho, and it was kind of the same situation, but more family around. Didn't no partying really. It was more socializing, but and so I was working, new guy there, and there was a guy, Red. He was the foreman, and I wrote down older guy, probably 50s, and me being 44. Older guy, probably 50s, because I was younger then. So 50 isn't that old. So I'm scratching off older. I'll just say this guy was probably in his 50s. And so we were on this job, and I was kind of working with him, just a framer. And one Monday he didn't show up. And I was thinking, well, this is odd. And there was 20, 25 guys on the crew. And so unlock the gang box, get everybody going, and just everybody kind of looking at each other like, oh, this is weird. And so just I decided, okay, well, I know what's going on. I'm going to get everybody lined out, and we'll see what happens. And so we went throughout the day. Red never showed up. Called straight to voicemail. And Tuesday came around. Same thing. Now his phone messages were full. And so now it's like, okay, this is odd. But now, okay, Tuesday, okay, get everybody going. Wednesday came around. And again, it's silence. And so now I'm pretty concerned because, I don't know where he lives. I don't know. But it's one of those things where he has a Harley Davidson tattoo on his back. So and he was kind of a partier. So and you never know. Maybe he just had a wild weekend and needed a couple days to recover. So I wasn't going to call the owner and say, hey, this guy, because we had things handled. It was concerning, but we had things handled. Because, now we had a system. Guys checked with me when they needed something else to do. So I took off my tool pouches, and all of a sudden I was reading plans, and I was pretending like I was in charge when I truly was, just because there was no one else to do it. And then so Wednesday evening goes around, and I call again, and finally the phone answers, and it's his wife. And he's been in the hospital. And he had a thing with his intestines. And I guess it's pretty common that something happens really bad, and he has to have a bag that he carried around for a while, afterwards. But so it was a relief that everything was all right. And so we just kind of did our thing. And then Friday, for some reason, the owner showed up to the job site, and he's walking around, and he walks up to me, and he's like, hey, where's Red? And I was like, what do you mean? Where's Red? You don't know? And he's like, no. And so I kind of told him the story, and his jaw kind of dropped about what was going on. And he was kind of speechless, and I was just kind of, what's up? And so he took out his wallet and he gave me $200 cash, which was the most awkward exchange I've ever had in my entire life. It was like, thank you, cash, for taking it out. Yeah. And so I took it, of course, 24 or 23, whatever it was. Yeah, I was taking that cash, no problem. And then within a year, I was running work. I had a promotion, had a raise. I was no longer doing any physical labor, all of it. I was, running crews where everybody is 20 years older than me, because there was a situation that somebody needed to step up, somebody needed to be ready, And I was ready, didn't know I was ready. If somebody would have said, "Hey, I need you to run this job for a week," I'd have said, "Oh, no, no, thank you, not me."
No.
But somebody had to. And so because a framer was ready to be a foreman, it changed my life, my children's lives. Uh, and so again, know your role, do your job, but stay ready for what's next. If you see an opportunity, take it. If you see a way to advance, do it. If you see a way to better your own situation, do it. Be- because you never know if the regret could have been there. If I would have said, waited just a couple minutes and not stepped up and said, "Hey, let so and so, he's worked here 5 years longer than I have. I'm not going to pretend like I'm in charge." No, if you see, like, what is it? See a need, fill a need. I don't know what that's from, but that popped into my mind. uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it. That's my, and it's not a great basketball story or one anything, but it's a life story that you don't know what's inside of you until you have to find out. And so the least you can do is prepare yourself to have that can of whoop ass in your back pocket when it's time to open it.
Yep. Yeah. No,
Mm.
I'm with you, Tim. I'm with you 100%. Dude, I got stories, especially from North Dakota. I had to stay.
I bet you have to stay warm.
I did. Definitely did.
Yeah.
But it's just the example I was thinking of. I'll give you two quick ones. One night, it was a Saturday, and it was in the evening, and they told me the time of the game of a basketball game at a local school. So I go to the basketball game. I talk to the coach. He's like, "Jimmy, the game's over. Like, we already played it." So I'm like, okay. Thankfully, it's a Saturday, so the paper didn't run the next day. But I call my editor. I'm like, "Hey, the game's done." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Do you want to cover hockey tonight?" And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, "No."
Hockey,
Because
yeah.
I wanted to cover basketball, and I wanted to go home and guess what? Play 2K or just chill. And I said, "You know what? I'll cover hockey." And I'm actually glad that I did, because it was another opportunity to connect with the community in North Dakota, and it was a good time. The other time was I covered the high school state wrestling tournament in Fargo. And if you don't know anything about North Dakota, they love wrestling there, man. I could send you pictures. And it was a craziest experience. So I get there. I think I'm gonna write one story on the first day, maybe two maximum. My editor texts me and says, "Jimmy, we need you to write 3 stories today." Okay. Now this is not writing 3 stories. That's taking pics. That's live tweeting. That's doing video stuff. All of that. And I made it happen. So you're absolutely right. It's a
Yeah.
situation of you don't know what's inside of you until you gotta do it. And
Mm-hmm.
the other part of this is there's another facet to it, is what happens when your role changes. Lonnie Walker's a perfect
Mm.
example. He was starting at one point in the season. Last series against the Grizzlies, he didn't even play any minutes. He was a DNP-CD. For those who don't know what that means, that's did not play coach's decision. And now, last night, his number gets called. He stayed ready, and it was a huge game for the Lakers to win. Now they're one game away from making to the conference finals.
Yeah, and then it wasn't just making a big shot. It was taking over part of the game,
Yep.
and which is, again, it's an awe. And I love playoff basketball. It's just the and maybe all playoffs, there's a certain level of excitement, a certain extra element of finality that all these games have. That there's legend going to be spoke of these playoffs, that we don't know for sure who the main characters are going to be. We know some of them. We've seen some of them years past, but yeah, the Lonnie Walker story is amazing.
He'll be
And
amazing. Like people will always remember the Lonnie Walker game from last night. 100%. People will be talking about that for years, especially if the Lakers continue to make a run.
Oh, oh yeah, and that's how you play yourself into a max contract. Maybe it's life changing, but and that's the extreme. Like I'm not trying to play myself into a max contract, but play, playing to get noticed, doing things to get noticed because it's nice to get noticed. And none of us have the playoff stage that we can have a built-in audience to celebrate our greatness. And then so when we have the opportunity to do something great, and I even said this last week, probably the week before, it's fun to tell people about it. It's fun, and these are recorded for YouTube forever. So and maybe little Alex's great grandkids will listen to this in a couple. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Yeah, but I do have some questions aside with that, Jimmy. If you're ready, it's not really as great as what Lonnie did, which is still. And again, I know I said it before. I love playoff basketball. I love the playoff cards for 2K too. I'm like way into that. Like probably too deep into that. And I could do a whole space about. I got spreadsheets about when we're trying to sell them. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. When you have a lot of free time and you're working out of town, Jimmy, you probably know this. You make spreadsheets.
I know it. Trust me. I do. I know exactly what you're saying. You don't even have to say it.
Yeah. So that's so how you doing? All in all, how are you doing?
All is good here, Tim. Speaking of locker, I'm happy you got a locker code for sure. I'm glad I could share that, and we could also. And it happened after my stream, but at the same time, he deserved it. To go to a pink diamond to a Galaxy Opal with an Evo with really easy Evo. That's the other thing. These Evos have been super easy.
Have you entered the locker code yet?
Twice.
I have not. Every time I'm reminded of it, it's like not at the console or something, and then I'm reminded again. So I'm gonna write it down. Locker code.
You have the app.
I was close on that. When I retweeted your stream tweet, I was close to guessing the locker code.
Very close.
I have to give myself props for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me something good. Tell me something good. Maybe not 2K related.
Yeah.
Something good.
Last week.
I know there was a mom visit. Maybe some packs. I didn't see any packs ripped.
There was one pack ripped.
Oh.
Yep.
Nothing tweetable?
No, I tweeted it. I posted on YouTube, everything.
Maybe I should follow you.
No, it was kind of the funniest moment was, so we were in the car and I saw I got 2 Sadiq Bays in the same pack. I'm like, I pulled a dupe. So then I was going through them on stream on Friday and I was looking at them and one of them was a hollow. So pretty cool. I got a hollow or some sort of parallel hollow Nurkic. I don't even know what it is. And a Sadiq Bey. So kind of cool stuff. And I got KD, Kawhi. It was pretty neat.
I like that. I like the IRL packs. There's a sense of excitement there too.
For sure, 100%. 30 cards. You see what you get. Bryce McGowan's rookie card. What the heck? Maybe he becomes a star one day.
I do that from time to time while I just go through all my old cards and look for rookies and see if they ever became somebody.
I like that. Yep. I got a cool Jokic card that looked a little different. That was from a special deal. So that was neat too. So nice little pack, nothing crazy. But I'm glad that the one Sadiq Bey was a special hollow. I think they just gave me 2 duplicate regular Sadiq Beys here. And then I'm like, oh, Jimmy, you should look at the front of the card.
There you go. Yeah. Well, it's easy to get excited about when you don't have all the information. It's easy to just get wildly excited. Yeah.
First legend DeJounte Murray was in my pack. So there you go.
And another one who left the Spurs. Yeah, he's on that list as well. He was my favorite player for a season. Look at that. So I'm guessing old Jeremy Sochan's numbers or days are numbered in San Antonio because he's my current favorite player.
Oh, I hope he's around for a while. DeJounte, man, that dude, I just remember him being in high school, and he was just like one of those guys that was just like crazy, irrationally confident, and you saw where it took him. It took him to be one of the better defenders in the NBA and to be a player that's been on a playoff team this year. And I respect the heck out of his game. So props to him.
Oh yeah, yep. And another guy made the playoffs. Some great moments, but Trey's maybe if his pass accuracy was a little higher, to hit Murray open a little better.
I think so.
Maybe they could have made it a little further. No?
You might be onto something.
And that's one of the things in the history of your relationship with NBA 2K My Team. The Trae Young is a funny little tidbit in there, which all in all, let's say if you're driving to CVS again,
Yeah.
and I know this is a little bit of a retread from last week, but I think it's always kind of evolving when we play a certain game as much as we do, and I throw myself at the top of that list as far as playing the game a ton. It is a relationship.
Yeah.
And a relationship that I have to explain to my wife, so it is 100% relationship.
Yeah.
And it's evolving, it's growing, it's changing, and it's demanding and it's rewarding and sometimes it's not. And so that's what kind of these questions are. So if you had to just say, then this can be a short answer. My relationship with NBA 2K23, my team is.
I said last week it is complicated, but hey, it's a prosperous one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. And the thing that you love is
waffling with you.
Well, that's not my team. That's what I love too. But I'm talking about the game because I'm not in your streams all the time. I'm not. You're grinding off stream as well. I see the tweets. I see the progress. So you have to love something about it.
My favorite thing is the chat carrying me for 8 months.
All right.
What else can I say?
What would one thing you would change about my team?
Oh man, I would like to see. I know there's a lot of you guys who like to play co-op, and I'm included in that. So I would like to see that be more expanded upon next year.
Okay. How does that look? Like more rewards or play co-op with randoms? You think co-op with randoms is a bad idea?
I think that'd be yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence about it because I don't know. Our community. Once in a while, we can get a little wild with each other. Playing against somebody and being angry at them is good. Playing with somebody and being angry at them is bad.
Well, okay. What does Ramsey think? He can break the tie.
He's the co-op sweat. Yeah. Okay, Ramsey, what do you think? Co-op with randoms, good or bad?
Co-op with randoms. It could be okay.
Talk about on the fence answer. It could be okay.
Because it's like okay. So I'll go into it later. I don't want to take up your time. I'll go into what I mean in a second.
So just say, okay, yes or no, co-op with randoms. No other, you don't get to defend your answer. Yes or no?
I say yes.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. To an extent, but I'm gonna say
I'll
yes.
abstain. All right. So it's yes. All right. It passes. All right. Ronnie, you got it. Okay. Next up on the agenda to fix the game. Okay. No. So you are happiest with 2K or with my team. We'll just say my team. I'm not going to do this whole drawn out title. You are happiest with my team when fill in the blank.
My chat is carrying me, which is every day.
A lot of chat things going on. A lot of chat things.
Dude,
I know you. I get a ton of information. You're like the first person I get the information out of. Speaking of DeJounte Murray, I made $300K on DeJounte Murray when he first got his Evo way back then.
Heck yeah.
So I appreciate that you streaming 2K makes you happy because the info and MT makes me happy. So
I just love streaming. I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh last summer. I've been playing MLB. I don't care. It's fun. That goes beyond 2K, brother.
Oh yeah, and people might already know this if they follow you on Twitter, but you would also consider seeing whom? When we're talking like my team is a an identity, it's a person. You'd also consider seeing whom. I know you're playing maybe baseball is your answer.
Yeah, MLB is
Anything else coming up? Because I know we have baseball, wrestling, we have 2K. Is anything else coming up that's got you like like GTA maybe coming up?
nothing at the moment. No, I think that's a nice rotation that I play on a regular basis, whether it's on stream or off stream. And
Oh,
I mean, I love baseball. I just always have since I was a kid. So
okay.
play that. And yesterday, hey, what the heck? I was first in the world to get a card to Parallel 5, a card that's not good by any stretch. So I was like,
No,
legit.
I think it's a fantastic rotation of games. I was just curious to see if there's anything that you maybe on the back burner we don't know about that's got you excited. That's
Okay. No. I got something for you.
Mhm.
The Lego game.
Is there like a million Lego games?
The Lego 2K Drive.
Okay, Lego 2K Drive. Never heard of it.
Write it down. It's coming out like next week.
Okay. And is
So,
that my fault I haven't heard of it, or is it poorly promoted, poorly marketed?
I mean, there's definitely been a lot of tweets about it, but at the same
So I'm
time,
not on Twitter much.
okay, it's kind of a niche sort of deal. So, I'll let you know about it, and hopefully I can play it as well.
Stream it, maybe? Is
Hope
that
so.
on the? Yeah, maybe if it's good enough.
Hope so.
So
Yeah, there you go.
so
I
you
forgot about that game, but I'm gonna play that for sure.
all right, see, I like that. That's what I'm here. I'm here to get the wheels spinning, the
Yeah.
thoughts bouncing around, because we're versatile. We are very versatile as people. So do you see a future for you and my team?
Man, I see a future for me in having fun.
There you go. See, and that's that's what it's all about. It's video games, and so and for this part, um, your future. When you stay ready, how are you staying ready for your future?
It's a great question, Tim. It's a very, very good question. The biggest thing I can do is control the controllables. I can control my attitude. I can control my effort. I can control being in a situation where I wake up every day, I walk over from my bed to my chair, and I fire up and I open the Waffle House and we get ready to go. That's what I can do to control. There's a million things that happen that I can't control, but Lonnie Walker controlled what he can control. Jimmy Butler controlled what he can control, and you see he's one game away from closing out his series. We
Yeah.
might be in a situation where we see a Lakers Heat rematch, and boy, would I love that. So
That was one of the last questions about who you think is going to be in the finals.
yeah, well, that would be awesome. Although I like the Nuggets too, and I like Embiid, and I like the Celtics. I like Harden a lot. But no, I mean, I'm cool with anybody really. Even the Suns, they banned me, but Booker's been got to give him props, and I love KD. So at the same time, man, look, the playoffs.
That's very honorable. That's very honorable. The Suns subreddit bans you for your wild inactions. I don't know how deep it got, but I know that you can get pretty off the hook, off the chain.
Sure. Yeah, especially when I said the Pelicans beat them without Bi and Herb Jones. Oh yeah, I was going crazy that day. Still banned, by the way. But no, I mean, they trade for KD. KD's been one of my favorite players since freaking 07, so my hands are tied. And then shout out to T. Ross, man. So that's another thing where I'm gonna root for him. And no matter what, because I mean, what the heck, he took the time out of his day to waffle with me for a little bit. So big shout out to him as well. But at the same time, yeah, man, if the Suns beat the Nuggets, I'm not gonna be mad or anything. There's a guy in my chat who loves the Suns, so I hope that I hope that KD and Booker continue to play well because they're fun to watch. But I love you.
Are you trying to? So you're rooting for everybody. I get it.
I am.
Right?
I'm a basketball fan, dude. I don't care. I'm just rooting for basketball. I want Jimmy to win, and I want LeBron to win. for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, good. So I'm not even sure who you're picking after
Yeah,
all that.
I,
But
a lot,
are you getting down with any of the playoff cards? Are you trying to
I am.
okay. Do you have a favorite that you've
What?
done well with, or because like I got Harden. I was super happy to pick up Harden from
Right.
Chur, which is a community member, which is another funny little W community story that
Yeah.
I'm all happy. I tweet about this card I get, and it happens to be Chur's card that he could tell me what badges he added to it and what shoe boosts. Yeah. And so yeah, that card is now pretty much, you can pretty much stamp unauctionable on that card for me. And sure
Nice.
enough, I got it because I wanted the PG1. And so we got his Evo, and he might even get another Evo. You never know. Never know.
You never
But
know.
everything else, I'm just going, okay, scrolling. I'm even a worse menu streamer now because I'm scrolling like the 3 or 4 different cards for each playoff team that's currently alive. I'll go to the Jokic. Not Murray. Man, oh, I got burned on Murray. I didn't even want to bring that up.
That's funny.
Sorry, I gotta squeeze my tension stress ball right here. But yeah, lost it on Murray. But buying Embiids and trying to, sell them at the right time during the games, and then you're watching the game, and then Looney's going crazy, and Evo and him from Pink Diamond up to Dark Matter, and then putting him in the auction house, whatever part of the game, and trying to see if you can catch lightning in a bottle, and the Desmond Bain packs, 2 Hoff badges for a Desmond Bain is great.
Good call on that.
It got my KG up to, and I was just hitting on them. For some reason, I was just getting the ones I needed. So I was able in the last week and a half or so to take Dark Matter KG from base level to 60 Hoffs.
That's tough, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm warning everybody in the unlimited streets right now. You're on notice that if somebody else uses my account, you watch out for that KG. No. If I ever sell that KG, you're in trouble. If you're matched up against me, you're fine. You're fine. But somebody else.
A big shout out to Bruce Brown. He was cooking for me in limited, man. That card is so fun, and he can play the point. I was actually running him at the 2. So that was a lot of fun. The one Dark Matter card I have currently is Brunson, and we talked last week. I waffled about his greatness and how I knew he was great back in high school, and I'm starting to talk like LeBron now. I knew Jalen Brunson was going to be great back when I saw him in 2014.
Well, at least you're consistent on that, though. You've been talking about Brunson for a minute, which is good.
He's a beast, man, and I always respect his game. I do want Jimbo to win, though. But with that being said, I do want to share this because I was talking about this on Reddit yesterday with some of those guys. I played one of the Spotlight Challenges last week, and I got the Unauctionable Deluxe, and I get Landry Shamet. And I'm like, okay, I didn't have him. Another card for the collection, whatever, Unauctionable, that's fine. He was probably the last person on my bingo card to get an Evo. And what happens yesterday? he gets an Evo that takes it from Ruby to Pink Diamond. So what the heck? I mean,
and it adds a little bit of tie-in, and yeah, it makes the playoff games exciting, the auction house exciting for me. It's fun. And so did you Evo him then?
I did. I evolved my stream yesterday, and I'm sitting there watching the game. I'm like, I know I pulled him from one of those packs. And like, even like, I'll give you another example. Today on stream, I get Diamond Trey Lyles. Now, another guy I watched hoop in high school, he beat us in the state championship. But he's out of the playoffs, but he already has an Evo. He already got his Evo. So it's like, okay, I can go ahead if I really want to and go ahead and evolve him. I was hoping and praying for Lonnie today, man. I wanted him to get a card so bad just because off the strength of him not having a card already, which you can make the argument he probably should have had one already. But at the same time, look, he gets one. He gets Pink Diamond, a really easy Evo. You can do that in the Muggsy Challenge or Boban or wherever. And you go ahead and evolve him to an Opal, and he'll help me with the Lakers challenges down the road for sure, especially if they keep winning. So there you go.
It's a nice little side quest if you are, playing 5-man basketball to Evo cards, even though they're not in the playoffs. Evo them, flip them, buy the base, Evo flip. It's a nice little AFK strat too that you can actually make some good MT. It's all about how many times you can start the game. I know I said that space one. I said that before we were even having this space. I've been saying it, but it was a different situation back then, different world. I was big unlimited AFK sweat. Oh, it was fun. Good times, right?
Remember those days. But what I would appreciate, and I can do this after I know my time is coming up here, but the last thing I do want to say, if somebody in the chat could reply with the Lonnie code underneath in the chat or put it up here in the space for everyone to see, missed it, that would be awesome. I tweeted it, my team, whoever.
And that'd be a good reminder for me because once again, I even wrote it down and I just forgot about it again. So I might miss the code. It's for a week, you say?
It is for a week. You got to score 14 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals in a game. Easy stuff.
All right, I should be able to do that. So I have two more questions in conclusion.
All right, what you got?
If you are done, because I was going to try to give anybody just a one hot minute if you have something on your mind, but before my last 2 questions.
Okay, go ahead.
I know that you typically try to impress your NBA friends when you play co-op. What's your one card you go to?
Oh. I mean, we're going on next.
One card. Yep. Yeah. And the guys, they want to play. All right. So you don't have a chance to waffle and try to decide. One card, Jimmy, right now. Who is it?
Xbox main account KG. No questions asked. He's my favorite card.
KG.
KG.
That would badged up at all?
Yeah. Yeah. The opal. Because hands down, that was my favorite grind of the year. Favorite thing to do in the year. Like I was crushing those challenges on stream, off stream. It was a grind to get him, but we got there and I put a bunch of hoffs on him. Freaking love that card, man. So
good answer. Good. I don't have that card. I have a better KG. But
you do. You have a lot better. You have a lot better. I love my KG, so it's okay.
All right. So okay, now that you need to pick one teammate in the community that always stays ready. You need to pick one. Who is it?
In co-op? Or in co-op or what?
And you need to call for whatever it is. I know it's a huge question, but just it's almost like the dynamic duo question. Just one person that you know is going to be ready. They're going to stay ready, whatever that looks like.
I hope you know my answer. Dude, it's so obviously Ramsey, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro?
All right. I'll give you a pass on that one because I didn't say we can't shout out Ramsey. But for anybody else that gets that question.
Okay. Another guy that's always consistent, and he's in here, and I want to give him some love, is Right Guy, man. He has been consistent, not only as a mod for me, showed most love. The dude is carrying people in co-op, so I got to give him a shout out too. But at the same time, there's a lot of people who stay ready. But
is all of a sudden Right Guy everywhere?
He's everywhere, bro. He's streaming. He's affiliate. It's great.
I've noticed that. Yeah, that's like he's blown up. Just it's on my list of people to watch. I don't know why I'm watching. I probably shouldn't even have a list of people to watch because if somebody found that list, it might have some explaining to do. I'm just saying.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, like that Ramsey is obvious. Like that's a given. But then with Right Guy, you got to give him love, man. He's been hooping, so I got to give him a shout out. And I was in the stream today.
Well, thanks for staying ready on Tuesdays, Jimmy.
Always.
I know I've never. It's odd. I've always expected you to show up, but I've never asked you to. I've always. It's like you've made the space fun for me every Tuesday. I know it's built in. I can vibe. I get my version of the Waffle House.
Absolutely, Tim, and it's fun. The feelings are mutual, my friend, and I appreciate you. And just keep cooking. Keep cooking up.
24 weeks. 24 weeks is a lot longer than a lot of relationships I've had, Jimmy. I'm just saying. So it might go south fast. You never know.
Hey, we've kept it going for this long, so much respect.
Yeah, we've been able to keep it together so far. Well, one person that's helped me keep it together, Ramsey. Uh, I think you've done a pretty good job keeping things together. What do you think?
Heck yeah.
We'll talk, Tim. We will talk. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm looking at the clock here. We will talk.
All right.
It was
I'm out.
pretty
Thanks,
good.
guys.
It was. Hey, thanks a bunch, Jimmy. As always, 27. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Love-
But we were close though, Ramsey, right?
Yeah, it was fun at the
We were
end,
close. We
but
were close. Man. Cut us some slack. Cut us a little slack.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
something will be getting slack will be getting cut later.
So Ramsey, I've been busy,
Mm.
working, streaming, space, all that stuff. Well, catching a little bit of basketball, but I've been so busy trying to buy shoe boosts that I've missed everything. Is there anything going on in the real world that I've been missing?
Yes, Tim. So quick rundown of baseball. The Braves are 24-11. The Pirates are 21-15. The Dodgers are 21-15 for the NL side. That's the National League. They are division leaders. The Rays have the best record in baseball at 29-7. The Rangers are 21-13, and your Twins are 19-16 in the AL side, American League for baseball. They are division leaders. Quick hockey rundown because it is hockey in the postseason. The Golden Knights have a 2-1 lead over the Oilers. That is the Edmonton Oilers. The Florida Panthers, shout out to South Florida teams doing what they need to do so far. They take a 3-0 lead yesterday over the Maple Leafs, which is from Toronto. So they now have a commanding 3-0 lead. Shoemake, Matt, anybody else in North Carolina, our Hurricanes are currently up against the New Jersey Devils 6-1 currently, and they will take a 3-1 lead if they can hold that lead. Now, back to the real stuff, as we say. We're all here to talk NBA, the association. Now, we've had some games this past weekend. It was a couple of series that went 2-2. The Denver Nuggets series and the Phoenix Suns series. It looked like Denver was going to take a commanding, 4-0 sweep, and the Phoenix Suns fought back for 2 straight games. In their last game, Devin Booker had 36 points and 12 assists, and Kevin Durant had 36 and 11. And the big guy, back to you and Jimmy's point of staying ready so you don't have to get ready, was Landry Shamet. He only played 30 minutes, but in those 30 minutes, he had 19 points in the third quarter to help the Suns tie that series at 2 games apiece. Game 5, a crucial Game 5, is later tonight after Game 5 of the 76ers and Boston Celtics series happens. And Boston, we're starting the third quarter with the Sixers leading by what is that? That is 9. And this is a crucial Game 5 in the Garden because if the Sixers can steal one on the road, they have a commanding 3-2 lead, one step closer to the conference finals if they can hold it. So we will see. Now back to the teams that were up 2-1 going into this weekend.
Real quick, Anya, real quick, hold your spot right there. Of this Boston Sixers game, because I'm not on, I need to know, what's your gut feeling on who's getting an Evo?
As of
Jalen
tonight's
Brown,
game,
Tatum. Tonight's game, I need to know because I got a lot of MT riding on this game, my dude.
okay. Let me tell you quickly.
Just
So,
gut feeling. Embiid, Harden,
well,
Brown, Tatum.
Embiid has 21, so maybe he will because he's leading
Ooh.
all scores. Maybe Tobias Harris. He's having a great game so far, 14 and 10 for the Boston side. Jason Tatum
Wow.
has 17 and 7. Jaylen Brown has 10 and 4. It's still
No, Jalen Brown was supposed to be the one you're supposed to say has 40.
He's
Yeah, like bits of him.
he's not doing too. He's not doing. He can step it up. We'll see. It's still early in the third. So but
Fingers crossed.
back
Fingers
to the
crossed.
teams that had 2-1 leads. Miami took a 2-1 lead this past weekend, and then yesterday they had Game 4 against the New York Knicks, and they dominated thanks to Jimmy Butler because all New York Knicks fans had to say was Josh Hart will be strapping Jimmy Butler, and for 2 games he's put up 27 and 28. So obviously he didn't do his job. But the Heat take a commanding 3-1 lead, and will have Game 5 back in New York, trying to close out that series and as an eighth seed go to the conference finals. And the Lakers had an interesting game with the Warriors this past over the past weekend and last night as well. They took a 2-1 lead, and then yesterday night, it was one of the best games I've seen. Back and forth, back and forth. Steph Curry had a triple double, but it just wasn't enough because Steph Curry having 31, 14, and 10, and only getting about Andrew Wiggins with 17 and Gary Payton with 15 could not stop LeBron James's 27, 9, and 6, Anthony Davis's 23 and 15, and Austin Reeves 21 and 2 and 4. Now I think I'm forgetting a guy who hasn't seen a lot of minutes, as we touched on before, but his name is Lonnie Walker, and he used to be in the Lakers' main offensive system, but then he had an injury, so it's really hard for a player to keep the same mindset of, well, I was getting this amount of minutes, and now I'm hurt, and now that's taken away. But Lonnie Walker did something that not everybody can do. Lonnie Walker came in that game. He only had 27 points, but he had 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And if that doesn't speak volumes about being ready and staying ready so you don't have to get ready, I mean, he willed the Lakers and had the crypto currency arena crowd behind him. And that helped the Lakers take a commanding 3-1 lead over the defending champs, Golden State Warriors, and pushing them to the brink. So if there's anything I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, it's definitely the pair of Game 5s that I have to look forward to watching.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. LeBron, geez, it's just wild. Just how 20 years, right? 20 years in the league.
Yeah, I mean, year 20, man. I've watched him for a while. I'm sure everybody has.
Yeah, it's awe-inspiring, and yeah, then the way Lonnie Walker stays ready. Has there ever been a time that you've had to stay ready or show that you were ready,
Yes.
Ramsey?
So that time, I'll say it quickly because I know we got some speakers that want to speak. So a
Yeah.
time was about 2 weeks into learning how to correctly call sportscasting games. Never did tennis. I knew of tennis because I watched it most of my life. Knew the knowledge of it, knew what a fault was, knew what a double fault was, so I had basic knowledge. And I had to call a collegiate conference tournament game because the guy who was supposed to do it was out sick and they didn't have anybody. So I just took a stab at it, learned all the players who were competing in the tournament, the teams, the names, the coaches, everything in about 45 minutes to an hour. So it was crunch time. But sometimes in sports, you got to work under a quick clock. You got to learn it. You got to, remember it. You got to write it down. You got to know your facts. So it was fun. I did pretty good. The biggest thing for me when I do that or try to learn something is I want to get the name right. So if you don't know the name, then you always ask. You should always ask. Don't just assume it's pronounced this way, because the moment you say somebody else's child's name wrong or an athlete's name wrong, it could lead to not so good things. So that's the one thing that I learned about that.
Oh yeah. Imagine having to hop right into doing like hockey highlights
Oh, yeah.
for the Olympics. Hockey highlights for the Olympics.
Yeah, that would
Imagine
be something. But as long as I get a roster sheet, and
Sure.
I better know my stuff. I better know my P's and Q's. So it's not as bad as
There you go.
it's not as bad as it seems. You just got to be confident and don't second guess yourself, because the moment you start second guessing yourself, you'd already counted yourself out. So
Oh yeah, staying ready. So are you ready to tell me about your relationship with 2K
yes.
or with my team? Let's just say my team.
So my
I'm gonna
relationship
cross this
with my
out.
team is it's there. It's there. It's almost like going through the motions at this point. I'm ready for it to end, but the last little bit of work is not yet done, I guess. Um, I'm just
So it's there.
yeah,
So
it's
it's
just
but
there.
it's still there. There's
It's
still a
just there.
flicker. Still a spark.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
there.
So so tell me one thing you love about my team.
Um, co-op. That's the only thing. I think that's one big
Mhm.
mode that saved the game. So,
All right. So tell me one thing that you would change about my team.
um, hmm, one thing. Um,
One thing. Nothing. All right. Next
content. I'll say
question.
content.
Oh, okay.
I'll say content.
Content.
Yeah.
Okay. A content like more moments cards or
Well,
content is
content that excites the
big.
community. Because if you have
Okay.
content that starts out to excite people and people grind for it, and then you get what we got in this past drop, it's kind of depleting.
So like grindable, like like the 2 week grinds
Yeah.
when they were there.
Something that keeps somebody coming back. Because right now we don't
Yeah.
have that. We just don't.
All right. You and my team are happiest when fill in the
Um,
blank.
mm,
Hmm. Hmm.
new co-op content.
That- That's solid. Solid. I like that. I like that.
Or when the community's
So
happy. I'll say that. When the community's happy.
oh, when is the community happy? I mean I'm new to the community and I haven't seen it yet. But I guess that's the thing that keeps it exciting though. I mean that's everybody. Not everything is for everybody and everybody's different. So I guess that's the good part about it. So would you also consider seeing other
Yeah.
games? It's just flat up, yeah. So you're already seeing other games, I have a
Yeah.
feeling. All right.
Fortnite has been a lot of fun.
What draws you to Fortnite?
I get to play with friends, and it's just more exciting. It's just a more exciting game at the moment, especially with the new like different modes and stuff that they have and the events that they have.
Oh, oh yeah, and they keep with the new content. Like a new movie comes out, okay, you got new skins, or yeah, which is cool. I like that. I think that's neat. So do you see a future for you and my team?
Yeah, but it needs to be yeah, I do.
All right, good, good. And so for your future, how do you stay ready for your future?
Um, I stay active in the community. I look at different aspects of the game, and I pick out what I want to do for my team.
Who you got in the finals?
Um, I probably got the Lakers going to the finals. Um, just because they'll probably, man, I want the Nuggets to win, but if the Nuggets mess around like they did the last two games, then it's going to be the Suns. But regardless, I think that the Lakers they've shown on the West Side the most depth and having the bench and having the help not just from their starters and getting into a rhythm, even if they don't have the best coaching. And then out of the East, it's a weird one because it's like um,
You want to pick the
I
Heat.
want to pick the Heat, but it's like we would probably Miami would probably match up better against the Sixers, but if they play Boston, then it's kind of like a revenge tour because they lost to Boston last year. But either way, I said this. Either way, excuse me, I said this earlier. I think that the East, whoever comes out of the East, doesn't win the finals. I think the West retains it. I think the West retains it. Um,
Did you pick anybody?
if I had to pick two teams, I got the Lakers. I got the Lakers, and I'll say Jimmy Butler and the Heat.
All right, just checking because I wasn't sure. Yeah, Lakers and Jimmy Butler. I like that. Yeah, Jimmy, he's a beast in the playoffs. But if you needed somebody to play your game in co-op, one
Uh,
card. Who's your card you're picking?
yeah,
Yeah, New Yao. You got Dark Matter Yao.
yeah.
All right. So if you needed to pick one person in the community that stays ready, who is that?
Oh, Federal, my twin. That's easy. That's without
Nice.
a doubt. And I want to put this. I want to make this very clear that to Rye guy, I want you to know you're lucky you're on PS, because if me and Federal were on PS, just know you wouldn't take a game. You would not take a game. Now I will take him through hell and high water. You're not taking a game.
Well, appreciate that. Well, yeah, shots fired on the way out, but not technically on the way out. I appreciate your time, Ramsey. I still got work to do. If anybody has any hot things they need to DM Ramsey, he's all about it. Hot MT tips, especially.
Oh,
No, DM those to
and
me.
and
MT tips.
and last thing before I go, I want to thank everybody again who could and who revisited my past interview with Tim Friday night. Greatly appreciated. And I'm looking at my date, and it's Tuesday. So you know, Saturday's approaching, Tim. You can try to prepare for it. But listen, the hospital's gonna be down the road after I cook you in basketball. And
I don't need to
just
prepare for it because I stay
bring
ready.
all your hope. Bring all your hope. Bring all your dreams. Listen, whoever you got to talk to try to get ready. You might want to bring Scott Foster.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do, but it's yeah, full force.
Speaking,
Full force.
I appreciate the shots.
Full force.
Speaking of ready, new speaker is ready to speak. Gets bumped to the front of the line, of course. You see any of these guys that look like a new speaker, Ramsey?
There is one.
Probably call him Sam. I think we have to call him Sam.
Yes, Sam.
The owner Sam is a
Yo, what's
long
up?
title. We'll just call you Sam. How you
I'm
doing, Sam?
pretty good. Just chilling.
Pretty good. I appreciate you speaking. It's
Doing especially good because I can
makes this whole
play
thing
again.
worth it.
I
Wow.
just got my account stolen from me. I just regained access to my PS4 account.
Oh, geez, that's a whole nother story there, huh? Did you submit a
I
ticket?
did everything's all good now, but yeah, that I was gone for 2 days. Couldn't play some of my team. Came back, saw the Titans cards, picked up Jalen Rose, saw the content.
Okay, so you were ready to jump right back
Yeah,
in.
because I already knew that some of those opals were gonna be right in the price range of just like affordable, and I've always been a no money spent player on this game, so I did want to check out the stuff, and I couldn't really see it.
Okay. Well, you were ready to do that. Is there any way else that you've stayed ready? May not 2K related, maybe life related, that you've showed. You know, we were talking about a little bit about Lonnie Walker, and he was asked to perform at a high level, and he did it. Have you ever had to do that?
I mean, I kind of feel like that right now, you know, because I just finished high school. I started playing my team like right at the beginning of high school, and I'm still playing, which is kind of crazy. But throughout the whole thing, I've always liked being creative. I mean, that's part of the thing that draw me to my team. You know, you see all the cards, all the different card art. It's always changing. It is a creative thing, and the community has all its breathing elements to it, like this right now, like what we doing. We talking about the game, and so yeah, I guess just staying ready, always keeping my mind right, knowing that I got bigger things to do. You know, whether it's talking about this, whatever it is, I'm staying ready because.
You play any other sports growing up?
Not really. I was never really into sports. I was never super athletic. I was always an editor. That was like the first thing I got into, like really little. I was like 9 years old when I started editing videos.
Really? Okay. Okay. What got you into editing videos? As a
It was my
9-year-old, yeah,
sister
that's
really,
a
because I
wow.
was like into like Cartoon Network and stuff. So she would show me like these edits of just like how people do basic transitions, and they're like there's just little compilation things, and you just kind of expand on that because those are really the foundation of editing itself. And then once you got that down, you could do pretty much you could edit pretty much anything once you got the foundation of what it is to make just to edit a video.
And is that still something that you're
Oh yeah, for
into?
sure. Like that's my passion. I'd say like whether I'm gonna edit a 2K video, whether I'm gonna edit it, whether it's gonna be bad, whatever it will, I know that that is gonna be incorporated into whatever is gonna be in my future because I don't think college or school is really directly for me. It was already hard enough getting through school, high school.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you find something that you can put food on the table. That's the biggest thing, putting food on the table, especially being fresh out of high school. Because yeah, everybody tells you you can do whatever you want, be whatever you want to be, but you also still need to pay the electricity bill.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So do you make content then?
Not yet, but I'm only 17, so it's definitely planned. Like it's planned in the works. It's just the avenue of content really that is the holdup because I think I can do endless amounts of things, but
Wow.
it's you gotta it's easy to start with one, to start with at least one.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good. That's exciting. Yeah, it's a big step too, but it's cool that you're getting the editing stuff and like the foundation stuff. So when you do decide what you want to do, at least you have the skills to, I guess, support your own journey,
Yeah, for sure.
which is smart. See, I did the opposite thing. I just went live, and I couldn't tell you how to edit a video, man.
You see, and that's
I
where other
got a lot
people
to
like
learn.
that's I feel like that in itself is a skill, just the ability just to put it out there and no matter what. And that's a big problem with me is overthinking what you're gonna put out there and then you become stagnant.
Oh, we could do a whole space on overthinking, man. I tell you what.
Grade A
Yeah,
overthinker.
that's something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I should have went to work. I was thinking about it. Yeah, overthought about it. Yeah, too much,
I
too
overthink these
much.
2K prices. I'm like, is this card gonna drop 3K? Am I gonna save my 3K MT?
Exactly. I can buy 4 more shoe boots with that. Yeah, overthinking, steady. So fresh into, I guess, 4 years. You're not really fresh into my team. Uh, tell me about your relationship with my team.
Oh my goodness, my relationship with my team is so deep. It is so crazy how much I feel like I care about what this whole thing is of my team and how I even ended up getting here is just like it's just really crazy to me because this community it's like a sub community within a sub community. It's just so tight knit what my team is and the my team community. It's super, and you can see it from the people who really love my team. Like that's why the people who love my team still, and that's why people like Cash Nasty and people like Soul Illuminati they get those older 2K YouTubers who kind of drifted away from 2K content. They still get remembered for like their old pack videos, pack openings where they would open these packs and have these funny reactions because my team, prime my team content is like really viral. It's really viral. It got so
It
much
got us
space,
all
so much
hooked.
reach.
Yeah, and it got us all because see, I'm a couple years older than you, and I probably got hooked, by the same style of content. But mine was Troy Dan. You
Yeah, the
know,
Troy Down videos were definitely that was definitely more of me. I was kind of using them as just examples of older 2K because I wasn't into 2K past 2K18. 2K18 I was barely
okay.
finding out really what 2K was, let alone basketball. And then by 2K19, the video game helped me really understand like the rules of basketball as well, just having fun with it. And then now here I am. Basically, I would within the community of my team, I would consider myself a veteran within this community, seeing all the people come and go, the connections I built with certain people. I would say that, but within the gameplay of my team itself, absolutely not. I've never been good at 2K, at least good enough to like go bar to bar with the community. Just yeah, let's go. Like hop on the. I've always been super terrible at limited. I've always been so bad at all this stuff. So I really do hyperanalyze all the offline content because I'm still paying attention to my team every day, even though I'm not their target audience. They're targeting the people who are going to go to Unlimited and grind for a Sean Livingston. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to look at your spotlight challenges, and I'm really going to be critical if you're giving us the content that the people who don't spend money want and deserve.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So if you had to pick out one thing that you love about my team, just one thing, what is it?
I'd say the consistency, because that's kind of something I could remember being a freshman in high school and looking like dozing off because I didn't want to hear my annoying teacher speak, and looking at a diamond Michael Jordan, flash Michael Jordan from 2K20, like just looking at the 2K update page, the glitched Ben Simmons. Like I remember that moment vividly. I'm like, I'm not listening to you. Let me see what 2K MT Central is talking about right now.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So give me one thing that you would change about my team.
The content, for sure. The content is nowhere near where it should be. Like, where is our GOAT Larry Bird? Where is our invincible Joel Embiid, invincible tacos of years past? Like, it's really felt that this year, especially with the unauctionable packs and half of the free things you're getting even being unauctionable, it's really feeling like it's all an incentive to go towards packs and ripping packs because I don't know, money makes the world go round, but it just I don't feel like the offline content has been anywhere near where it should be, especially for how loyal the player base still is and how vocal they've been about the content. It's like 2K isn't dumb. We know that they hear us, and that's why the community gets this passionate, is because we know damn well that they hear every single word that they're throwing at them. It's just a matter of willingness to do it. And when I feel like they're kind of waiting. I feel like they're waiting for a certain time period to make the content really be what it once was, but it's not right now. And the content needs to improve. It needs to get better for people who don't spend money on the game. You need to incentivize people who have already spent their money on the game, their base $60, to go into the other game modes and grind it. Like it's just not that right now. They have no incentive to want to go play my team if you're not going online. And even when you go online, there is still till this day not a reasonable taco, like there's not a taco stopper. There isn't a taco stopper till this day, which is crazy. Like they know what they're doing. They know that there's gaps with these cards. And
Pepto-Bismol is the taco stopper. That's what it is. So when are you happiest with my team?
When the community's happy, when those spotlight challenges are going, when they're posting that. I remember 2K20 with that whole era where everybody was just inside, and you saw that Galaxy Opal James Harden get dropped, and you got the Pink Diamond Pascal Siakam, Pink Diamond Brandon Ingram. Those things were so fun, and those challenges were really annoying. Even the KG challenges this year were annoying, but I liked them. KG is still on my team right now. Like the free content, when it's made right, it goes a long way. I'm still using the KG card because I enjoy it. They made his animations really cool. I like the Kawhi motion style. And they always kind of do their little magic with the kind of exhausting grindable content, but I don't care if it's exhausting. They've always made really good cards challenging. I don't even remember getting Taco because the Invincible Taco, because it was too hard. I'm like, man, I give up. But I liked that they put it in, and a lot of people ended up using that card, and it was free.
Oh yeah, and so without the content there, do you consider seeing other games then?
That's funny because the reason I've been playing Madden this year is basically because of everything I've been running my mouth about. I got into Madden, I got into Ultimate Team, and night and day difference, man, of where I feel like the time is being worth it. I spent hundreds of dollars over these years on just miscellaneous stuff, 2K, not over all in once. I don't have money like that to spend on 2K, but over the years, maybe I get a PSN gift card one Christmas. It's been 4 years. I could have gotten a bunch of PSN cards throughout this entire random gifts throughout this entire process of playing my team. And a lot of it was spent on little packs. Oh, what am I going to get because I play my team the most? And it was never worth it. I spent $25 on Madden one time, and I made 1,000,000 coins, 1,000,000, and that was just playing it like I normally play my team, just like playing their challenges, doing the normal stuff.
All right. So do you see a future with you and my team?
I do see a future with me and my team. I could see myself, still playing it. Maybe, if I do choose like maybe an avenue of streaming it, because it is something that is like time dependent. Like you take it's like grinding. You grind a lot of things on my team, so they do take a lot of time. And I don't know. Part of that does like draw you to it. People like challenging things, and especially when it's like worth your time. So I can still see it, but it needs to be worth it. They need to make it worth my time.
That's reasonable. It's reasonable. And worth your time. Watching the finals is going to be worth your time. Who do you got in the finals?
Oh, so my original pick with my bracket got very wrong, but my finals teams were the Lakers and the 76ers, and that's still still possible that can happen.
Okay. Well, good. I'm hoping Harden. I'm hoping big things for Harden.
But I would, even though that was my pick, I would like to see a Lakers Celtics finals in my lifetime. I would like to see one.
Yeah, I think they've had too much success, if you ask me.
Hey, I respect that stance completely.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Grizzlies Pelicans.
That's not a bad take.
Or that's a Western Conference Finals.
No,
I shouldn't just throw out teams. I'll
headliner.
make myself look like a fool. Yeah. So if you need to pick one card in co-op to roll out there to impress your buddies, which card are you running out there?
The only card I can impress anybody right now with is probably Opal Kevin Porter Jr. because that KPJ is ridiculous. I don't know what they did to it this year. It is just ridiculous. Or Bender. I still like Bender a lot. He still plays for me.
Okay. That's good. And then thanks again for speaking. You were ready to speak. Obviously, you nailed it. Is there somebody in the community that you expect to stay ready for you?
I haven't ran a lot of co-op, honestly. So there's
maybe not co-op. Maybe it's information. Maybe it's maybe they always retweet a locker code, or maybe they're always retweeting other people's streams, or maybe you can count on them to give you advice.
I'll say I haven't talked to him in a minute because he's a very busy man, but I'll say 6-Man Sam. I feel very confident that if I needed content creator advice on anything, that guy was a big part of just showing me a chill dude who's just really down to earth and was really in touch with the community and ended up getting hired by 2K.
Yeah.
I have a lot of faith in that dude. He did a lot of just kind of getting my foot into the door of just knowing more people in the My Team community and getting my name a little bit more so that people can go, hey, I don't completely, like, you're not a complete stranger on this online thing, and that's what I need. I need a little bit of a name for myself if I want to end up making money from the internet. Like, that's what I want.
There you go. That's perfect. That's a cool story. That the 6-Man Sam, yeah, and he has a cool story himself. But that's cool that he helped inspire you to be part of the community, to be part of stuff like this, and. Yeah, if you want to do content creation, it's fun. It sure is. But again, make sure you put food on your plate.
Sure.
I always say that. But thanks again for being here.
All right, I'm gonna head out now. Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me get my rambling off.
Oh yeah, no, waffling we call it here, because Junior is going to be up next. I haven't got to talk to Junior in a minute. But thanks again, Sam. Junior? You there? Are you doing homework? You never know. There's a few people that hop in to speak, and they're probably doing homework. How about Alex? Alex, are you there?
No.
Perfect. You're there enough. How about that? There enough.
Yep.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Good to hear.
Yep.
Do you have the space? I'm getting some feedback. Do you have the space plan on anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Perfect. Tell me about your relationship with 2K, Alex.
It's fine.
Fine. Okay. That's a good. We're off to a good start. Tell
Yeah.
me one thing you love
About 2K or
about 2K.
how no one buys VC.
I was ready for a shot, VC shot, Alex. One thing I like about you is being ready.
Yep.
Any other way that you've shown that you've been ready before we get into the rest of the 2K stuff?
No, not
I know
really.
you were ready to babysit the other day. That was staying ready.
Yeah, that was tiring.
But it's good though. It's good.
Yeah.
You need to do that kind of stuff to be ready. You need to be ready to support your parents.
Yeah.
And you were ready. So I thank you for that. Even if your sister doesn't, I thank you.
Yeah.
Give me one thing you would change about 2K. About my team. My team.
Probably get rid of. I'll say get rid of the I'd probably say get rid of the auction house bands and all the bands that make no sense.
Okay. Okay. You are happiest with my team when what?
I'd pull a good card.
Oh, okay. Okay. What was the best card you pulled this year?
Diamond Shay. I've pulled nothing good.
Oh, okay. Well, Diamond Shea was good for his time. I like Diamond Shea.
Yeah.
So would you consider seeing other games, Alex?
Yeah.
Like what?
Probably FIFA and MLB.
Interesting. You didn't say Rocket League, and I've played Rocket League with you before. That hurts.
I forgot.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Okay.
FIFA's good. MLB's good.
Yeah.
So do you see a future for you and Emma and my team?
That's hard.
That is.
If they get rid of the auction house, then probably not.
Why do you think they are going to get rid of the auction house? What makes you think that?
Because 2K, they're just trying to get rid of MT services. I know that.
Oh yeah, that's they're making that pretty obvious.
Yeah.
they don't like those guys.
No, they
But
don't.
on the opposite end of the spectrum, people we like is the cards. Who's your top card? If you need to play some co-op, what card are you trying to impress people with?
If I had to play co-op, which I don't, probably Pink Diamond Taco Fall.
Oh yeah, you haven't badged up.
Yep.
I figured. How many hops?
23.
Okay, that's good. That's a good sweat teammate. I like that. So in the community, we're talking about staying ready today.
Yeah.
Who do you think in the community stays ready?
I'll say DFS.
DFS. All right. Good shout out. Solid shout out.
Yep.
Solid as always, Alex.
Thanks.
One last thing.
Yep.
Who's playing in the finals?
Warriors and Heat.
Warriors and Heat. Interesting. Thanks a bunch, Alex.
No problem.
And hopefully you make some MT on these playoff cards, because that's the big thing. That's my big push.
Yeah.
And we're gonna check in on Junior real quick. Junior, are you there, my friend? Maybe Junior's not there. Maybe he just requested to speak in this just in case. He wants to stay ready. That's what he's doing. He's staying ready. I just figured it out. He doesn't want to speak. He's just staying ready to speak. So That's awesome. Dad Bod Joe, how are
What's
you?
up, Tim?
I'm staying ready. I stay ready for Tuesdays, I think.
I stay ready to hear my name. I don't always join right on time, but I'm here.
Yeah. Rams, you don't think I stay ready?
We gonna talk. And we gonna talk.
Well, so that might be good or bad. I don't know. I won't judge that. But we're
So-
talking about our relationship with 2K a little bit,
Yeah.
and staying ready for spaces, staying ready for 2K, staying ready for content. In your life, have you ever had to stay ready for something where you needed to step up and perform?
As soon as Tim calls my name, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But outside of Tuesday, my wife and I'm going to take some credit, have had 4 home births, and I've delivered all 4 of my kids. So I get the call that she's going in labor. I jump out of work, and I catch them kids right out of her. Pop. There we
Off
go. Right in my hands.
baby catcher. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sheesh. Okay. I don't even know how to follow that one up, man.
I haven't even dropped one yet. 4 for 4. I almost got one, almost slipped out of my hands, but I caught her by the leg. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Was it like a tip pass, like a 2K tip
Yeah,
pass,
it
where
was
you
my
tip it
fault.
to
She
yourself?
didn't even tell me. She was like, "Hike, here it comes." You know, I wasn't ready. No, I'm just kidding. I've never came close to dropping one. They've all
No,
been-
of course.
We've had one that was a little scary. Was the last one. It was the cord was wrapped around her neck really tight. So I did ask. We had a what are they called? Midwife there. So she helped. But outside of that, I've done pretty well.
All right. Yeah, no,
That's
that's well done. That is staying ready. That is staying ready.
In fact, I got my
So-
oldest with me right now. We're putting together a rack in the storage unit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the work.
Building with your hands. Oh, so she's doing the work and you're doing the supervision, or what?
Yep, I'm teaching her how to do stuff. You know,
Nice.
she don't like it.
Delegating. I like that. Captain delegation. So, are you ready to tell me about your relationship with my team?
Yeah. My biggest thing is, so I don't buy MT, and I know a lot of people have been getting banned even though they don't buy MT. I have not been one of those, luckily. But it pisses me. It makes me upset that so many people get kicked out, because then it really screws with the ability. I did say bad, but sorry. It really screws with the ability to play online. It causes huge delays in co-op, especially, I don't know about Xbox, but PlayStation, man, there's been so many delays lately. I'll wait loading up for 5 minutes, 10 minutes sometimes. It depends on what time.
Yeah,
I played
frustrated.
pretty
Yeah,
late.
I'm having different internet issues, so I don't know if it's a 2K thing or if it's just it's my next issue on my line of issues. But
Yeah,
but,
and
but yeah, the wait
obviously-
times can be frustrating. That's for sure.
Yeah, and obviously I don't need to get into the less than 2% scam. That's just predatory. They need
Give
to
me
do
one
better.
thing that you love about
The
my
community.
community. Okay.
I love all
So
you
do-
guys. You know what I mean? I've
we
got a
love
couple
you.
dudes I play with that I've one of them I played with since 2K20. He moved. He was in Denver. He's a Nuggets fan. He moved to Philadelphia and opened up two pizza shops now. So he hadn't been playing for like a year, and he just got back into it 2 weeks ago. So that's been fun getting to play with him again. And I got another
So are you
buddy.
teaching him? Are you teaching him about trophy case?
Oh no, he wants no part in that. He's a former MT buyer, so he's like, "How do I get MT now?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know. I don't buy it."
Oh, good luck teaching him. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, but he's good with what he has. You know what I mean? He doesn't need much. He still has the same skills. He's like, "Well, shooting sucks." I'm like, "Yep, get used to it." There's now 5 shots, but he's
Oh,
still,
that's kind of fun.
good to
That's
play.
kind of fun to get a newbie to talk to about all the stuff that you've been talking to about for 6 months.
right.
That's fun.
Yeah, he's getting used to the changes. Last one he played was 2K21, I think. So.
So when are you happiest with my team?
Whenever I get a reward card out of the co-op, but I haven't gotten one this season, and I don't know. I know I haven't played nearly as many games as like Ramsey or anything, but I'm not used to not playing. Like, you normally play 20 games and you've already got at least one of the reward cards. Wins, I should say, 20 wins, and now I think we're at like 50 and still no drop yet, which is
Probably
rare.
the next one. Probably the next one.
Yeah, it always is.
Just like the packs. It's always the next pack.
No, it's never the next pack.
So do you?
My best card in a pack is still Scottie Pippen that I paid $100 for.
Oh
You know, I ripped 220 boxes so that day.
man, that sounds like a stellar pack opening.
Yeah, it was very stellar. Best of the
Yeah.
year.
So do you kids consider seeing other games?
Yeah, I play MLB a little bit. I haven't been playing it lately because I've been really busy. We're moving into a fifth wheel and going to rent out the house. So I've been pretty busy. So I've just been jumping on 2K mostly.
No, that's exciting. That's very exciting in fifth wheel. So do you see a future for you in my team?
Sure. I mean, it really depends how you look at it. Go away. Get it. Pull that out of there right now. Get that out of the box. Yes, you can. Anyway, sorry.
No problem. No problem. It's your time.
Yeah, I think I'll still probably play it. I'm not gonna buy it right away next year. I might do something else. I might wait a few months and get it on discount at Christmas or whatever. Like right now it's $8 or something. So
Yeah.
I don't think I'll wait till season 6, but
So if you needed to roll one card out there for co-op this season, like right now, if you had to throw somebody out there on your squad, who is it?
it's still Pippen.
Still Pip? Okay.
Yeah,
Did
he's
you have
still
any hops to him
solid.
or anything?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I got like 40 on him, so he's
Oh,
he's
okay.
not too bad. But
Oh yeah, that's more than solid. That's serviceable. We call that serviceable.
yeah, I switched between him and KG. It really depends on what the other guys want to play. If I need a little size, I'll play KG. My one buddy, he has Yao, so anytime we really need a big, he's always Yao.
No. Probably pretty good Yao user.
Yeah, he's all right. He can mash.
Yeah. So if you're counting on somebody from the community to stay ready, who are you looking to?
Honestly, I could name a lot of people. I'm gonna have to put a shout out to, I'd say, 3 people. So one is Ramsey, just because he's Ramsey. He's the goat mod in every chat. Like I pop on, he pops on. I'm like, hey, whoa, what's up? 2 is gonna be King Chill because dude still like retweets so many people's stuff. He's always sharing the love and making sure if you got something to say, it's getting out there. Other people are gonna see it through his channels. And then I'd say the other one is gonna be probably Hollow J, because he's usually one of the guys who's always in my chats. At least when there's nobody else there, sometimes he's in there. So there's a few others like Jim Crackhorn, yourself, Jimmy DFS Jimmy, he's in there sometimes. A bunch of people I can appreciate. So all you guys, everyone.
Anyone else?
Everyone.
I was just gonna let you ramble off everybody. That would have been great just to see how far you get.
Yeah, I mean, Fed,
and that's what it is because
Junior,
and I say that tongue in cheek, but I mean it. Like we really could just sit and list off everybody in this space. Everybody and a unique relationship or a unique interaction we've had with every person or a continuing interaction.
I can name like 90% of the people in here because there's a few I don't know, but
yep, not me. I can name all of them. Every one of all their kids.
Yeah, that's why you're better at it than me. That's why you're going to be the next maker. The next.
Yeah. No. But I appreciate you, Joe, for sure. For the months I've known you, you've stayed ready. Even when you're at company parties, you're ready to hop in.
Yeah, they're just eating wings and drinking beer anyway. It was like whatever. I could step out.
Which I'd cancel all other plans to eat wings and drink beer, like every other plan. It'd take quite a force of nature to say, oh no wings and beer for me.
So you're telling me you've never been invited out on a Tuesday and had to say, yeah, well, can we do Wednesday? Because in the back of your mind going, I got a space I'm maintaining every Tuesday. You're telling me there's not been one dude in your life who said, yo, Tim, let's go out on Tuesday. Let's grab a beer.
I still tell people COVID is a danger. So I have the ultimate, nope, not going out.
Yeah,
going out.
See, in other words, you're using excuses. Yeah. But the reality is you got this
space
I'm
out. I'm hanging out with my friends right now. All I'd have to do is have some beer and wings, and then that's it. See? So
hey, I'm only like 2.5 hours away. If that.
Well,
Some beer
that's
and wings, man. I'll meet you halfway.
halfway. We'll look into that for
There's
sure.
really nothing halfway except mountains, but we'll we can make it work.
But one other thing we do need to look into is Jan P's math grade.
There you go. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna say the Warriors are beating the Lakers in 7, and the
Oh,
Heat
I
are
forgot
gonna
to
go
ask that,
back to
didn't I?
the finals.
Okay, I like that.
That dog was guessing the game 4-4 right now. He's gonna go 7 for 7.
Okay, Dad, but Joe, you can go back to drinking.
I'm not drinking, bro. I'm driving to a storage unit, putting up a
Well,
rack.
right now it looks like you're drugged. Lakers are not gonna win. I mean,
that's-
Warriors.
You're right. Lakers are not gonna win.
No,
Warriors
no,
in 7.
Warriors are
Nah,
not.
you
gonna
said it. Warriors in 7. All right,
win.
have fun.
No. I meant
He got you,
Warriors.
Jan P. He got you. Well done. How you doing today, Jan P?
Well, what's up, guys? My math grade is not lower than my mom anticipated.
What does that mean?
Well,
It's
my
so-
it was F.
Give me, where's it at? Give me the color of badge for it. Where is your math grade? What color of badge do you have from math?
Silver.
So okay, it's not bronze. That's good. But it's not quite gold yet either. So we're gonna keep working on that.
That's
So
not
tell me
bad.
about your.
That's not bad. I mean, tomorrow I have finals, so that's why I said I was gonna quit 2K. That was like the main thing, but I kind of never quit.
How you feeling about the finals?
Well, math
Are you ready?
handle down. It's pretty easy this time.
Are you
And
ready for the finals? Jampy.
yeah, I can say yeah.
I don't believe you. Jampy, are you ready for the finals?
I don't know, Grandpa. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't
Then
know.
you need to be studying, my dude. You need to be studying. It's tomorrow?
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, we're going to make this quick. Once again, Jampy, all right? You've busted your butt to get into this new school. We're not going to fail at the end of this one, okay?
I got in with conditions, by the way.
Conditions. Like you
Yeah.
have to keep your math grade up?
The thing is, my math was so bad in the like, the test to get in. It was so bad that they weren't gonna get me in. But my credit, from like the credit is like the grades you get in every single year, and the transport credit is basically like great. It's A and B's. That's like great. So they accepted me with the condition that I can get 70 or below in any class. So that's pretty easy.
Okay. But it's still going to take commitment. You know, it may sound easy right now when you're not currently doing it. But remember, it is a different school.
It is. Hey, okay. Like the boyfriend of my sister is in that school.
Okay.
He was my friend before my sister met him, and he's my grade. So he says it's pretty easy, so.
Okay, at least you got a friend. At least you got a friend going into the school. That's big. That's
I got
a
a bunch of
confidence thing.
I got
A bunch of friends. Whoa! Don't flex on me, bro. I'm just saying one friend, right?
I got a bunch of them though.
That's good. That's good. I can see why you have a bunch of friends. You're a people person.
Of course I am. And
But are you a my team person? When you're happiest with my team, what is that? When you're ripping packs, when you're playing co-op, what's your happiest spot? I'm just asking. I'm not accusing you of anything. All right. I'm just saying. When are you happiest?
If I'd say I like ripping packs, Matt Mojo will kill me right now.
No, this is a safe space. Matt Mojo respects everybody else's opinion. It's just fine. All right. So, what is your favorite part of my team?
That's my answer.
There was nothing there?
Exactly. Yeah, that's my answer.
All right. What would you change? One thing you would change about my team.
Bro, hey, the stupid bands. I gotta go with that because, like, you buy MT the first time, you're basically not gonna do it again. You know, people that don't do it again. Mojo didn't buy MT. We trust Matt. He has no reason to lie to us. He got banned for absolutely no reason, and that's kind of stupid.
Are you digging something? Are you like climbing through your closet or something? I can hear you, then I can't.
Oh, sorry. My dog's
Yeah.
below me, and my dog is kind of like moving a lot.
Okay, I noticed something was going on. I was just making sure you're not in danger or anything. All right.
I'm not in danger. I'm at my house. My
That's good.
mom's actually in the hospital. Checking my dad. My dad's back in the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah. Like
Prayers with
this is
him.
so. It's so like. It's so like. I'm getting comfortable to it. Like I am. This is like his 60th hospitalization.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't even have me worried because I know he's gonna come back very strong.
There you go. That's the attitude you need to have. Be supportive.
Of course.
Stay ready. Stay ready to be there for him and your mom too.
Well,
And
my
you've
dad's
been the
not
rock for a while.
my dad's not fit to play basketball with me anymore, but that doesn't mean that I don't love him. I'll always love my dad.
We all will lose our ability to play basketball, JMP. I appreciate that you accept that. All right. Because once we can't play anymore, then we coach. And if I had to call your dad coach, I'd say he's been a hell of a coach to you. Because I'm a fan of yours. I think you're killing it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know. I am a fan. If I had a JMP jersey, I don't know if I'd wear it. Maybe I'd hang it on the wall. I'd have you sign it first. That's for sure. But I'd definitely hang it on the wall.
That's nice.
As long as you keep doing good in school. Because if you do bad, I'll rip that jersey right down, my dude.
Well, I got one good news. Okay.
Okay, give me your quick good news. What do you got?
So if in my school, if you get a 90 grade in the entire year in one class, you don't have to take the final exam. So I got 96 in Spanish.
Oh, there you go. Let's go. Let's go. So
Yeah.
no exam.
No exam, and still pretty sad too, because in English I had literally 88.60. I was 140 points away from not getting the exam. Like that got me so
Not
sad.
90. Not 90. It's either there or not, my dude. That's math.
Yeah,
Yep. That's how math affects English right there. It's either right or wrong.
for sure.
So, real quick, who you got in the finals?
It's Lakers and Boston. Like that is not geometry or anything.
No.
You heard me, Dad Bod?
That's common sense, huh? Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is it.
thanks a bunch, Jampy. But you have finals tomorrow, all right? So let's lock in,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Because you need to be able to say when someone says you're ready for finals, you need to say yes right away. Yes. So
Yep.
get your mind right, get in the books, get your studies, get your notes done. So when we ask you how'd you do in finals, you say awesome.
All right, for
All
sure.
right. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say goodnight, Jampy, and kill it. All right. It's important. You've come a long way. Don't slack now.
And T-Smalls, I gotta say just one more thing.
All right.
I became the snipe god, and nobody can tell me back anything that I'm not, or because my team is just stupid good, bro. Like
Jampy, a
I
little
don't
less
care.
2K, a little more math. You got finals tomorrow. Go kill it, buddy.
Perfect. Thank Ramsey. Nailed it. All right, Champ. You have a good night.
Hey, see you guys.
Got to get Rye Guy in here. Right guy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Tim. How are you doing?
Good, good. Look at that. You're here too. I was complimenting you on how you're everywhere, how
I
you're
am
playing
here.
co-op with all these huge names, and now you're here too.
I
So
promise I'm
I
not
feel
Hollywood.
honored.
I promise. I'll always be
We'll see.
here
We'll
for
see.
you,
Not
Tim.
yet.
I got you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Not Hollywood yet. I just say that there's Hollywood tendencies. We'll say that, which is awesome. I'm happy for you with what you're doing. So how's things going? All in all, how's things
It's going
going?
good. It's going good.
All right, all right. How's you and my team doing?
Me and my team.
Um,
Uh,
Tell me about your relationship.
I mean, it's kind of I get on and play co-op because that's mainly the only thing I do. Because I'm as Tay would call it, I went into his chat. He called me the god of co-op. So
There you go. That's good. That's good. Well, that's something. All right. So I guess so. Is that the thing you would love about my
oh
team?
yeah,
Co-op.
co-op definitely.
All right. What's the thing you would change about my team?
I would change. So I would definitely change animations. Like I don't think we should be getting 5 different jump shot animations, or being able to do 360 dunks and not get blocked. Like when there's like the whole team's on you. But I also think like
I'd take park dunks out of triple threat. That's what I'd do. Take park dunks out of triple threat.
But I also think like these wrongful bans, like I know Matt would probably talk about it, about how he got banned from an auction house from not doing anything. But yeah, it's like those two mainly.
All right. When are you happiest with my team?
When I'm playing co-op.
Yeah, and that's a good one. So are you seeing other games?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Fortnite,
Why?
Madden. It's just because I don't know. It's just not like the game's fun to play on co-op, but I just played. So I got a De'Aaron Fox from a pack, Opal. So I was like, okay, I'll go Evo him, and I try and Evo him. I get error coded. I tried to do the heroic challenge, so I could get the pack. I get error coded. So I played both of those games fully and still got error coded. So
no error codes in Fortnite.
No error codes in Fortnite. No error codes in Madden. None of those.
Wow. Okay. So do you see a future with you and my team?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's a thing that happens every year. I always play the game, and especially with like streaming and everything, I'm gonna play the game more.
Sure. And you were definitely ready to speak tonight. Is there any other instance in your life that you had to prove that you stay ready, that you can raise your game, that you can dominate like Olani?
Mine is coming up this Thursday, honestly. I got an exam for my AP class this Thursday, so I got to show that I'm ready for that.
How are you staying ready for it?
Studying.
Okay, what do you do? Flashcards or what?
No, it's mainly just like going over everything we've done throughout the year.
You have somebody quiz you? You have a quiz? You have a study buddy?
Yeah, we had a.
What's your move? How do you stay ready? I'm curious. I was never ready at
practice
school.
Quiz.
Okay.
So,
how'd you do?
I did all right. I mean, not horrible, but it wasn't like perfect.
Okay, so useful information. So you got some useful feedback from the practice quiz.
Yep.
And that's why you practice. And see, AI was all like talking about practice. No, practice is good once in a while, especially for an exam, AP, and that's dual credit, right? So that's college credit.
Yeah.
Oh boy, no pressure, but oh boy.
Yep.
No, you got this. You're a smart dude. It's just a matter of what you put your energy into.
Yeah.
I can tell. If you were putting your energy into rooting for the finals, who you want to be rooting for?
I mean, I gotta say the Celtics. And on the West, honestly, in my opinion, I would go the Suns. I feel like the Suns take this series against the Nuggets.
Funny story about the Suns. I get a text. My middle daughter, the mother of my granddaughter, I see a text. I see this the next morning. It's a text to me and Celtic for life. Then it says "Go Suns," and it's a picture of the TV screen. And this is bizarre because she's not a basketball fan at all. at all. And I wake up the next morning, so I'm seeing this unfold. And so there's a picture of the TV screen that says "Go Suns," and then 45 minutes later, there's another text from her and says "rude" because neither one of us responded because I was asleep. And then there was a whole breakdown about how Devin Booker made her the Suns' #1 fan.
No way.
So I don't know if his game's that good, but speaking of Suns and being high energy and exciting, he must be a really good ball player,
Yeah,
right? That's why
he must
people
be,
like
must
Devin
be.
Booker. Yeah, just strictly that
Yeah, only that, nothing else.
basketball.
I can't think of anything
Yeah.
else.
Well, no, of course, probably maybe he went to Kentucky.
Yeah,
That's the only thing it's
possibly.
got to be. Yep. What about co-op? You say co-op's fun.
Yes.
What's the card? What's the card you bring into co-op?
You know, I gotta say Yao Ming, the new Dark Matter Yao Ming. I play center. It's either him or Hakeem. I bring them both in co-op.
All right. Well, talk about night and day difference between price points.
Yep. One's free, one's $1 million.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
But that
again, I
shows that,
appreciate you being ready.
This season, this level 40 could actually compete because people still use it in co-op. Especially me when I have Yao, I still end up using it.
Oh yeah, that says a lot. It was exciting. It got Ramsey to grind level 40.
And then he called.
Who thought
he called me slow on getting XP because I was 2 days late from him.
Oh yeah, and see there he is shaming XP, shaming other people. He decides to finally grind level 40.
One time he gets level 40. I've gotten level 40 since last year.
Yeah. That's good. I stay ready for level 40. If you had to pick somebody in the community that stays ready, in your opinion, right guy, who is that?
I would have to say, I know he was in here earlier, but he had to dip out because he had to go to the shop. I would say Hamza, because I mean, I every weekday or weekend I gotta go to school and then I come back and I'm like, yo, Hamza, you down to play at 3? He's like, bet. Every day he's always ready to play.
Yeah, he does stay ready. That's a great
he's
shout
always
out.
ready. And he's always lurking in stream, so.
Yep. He's that dude.
Yep.
He's the Canada's finest.
He is Canada's finest.
Yeah.
What else did you think it was?
I say a lot of things. Don't expect me to remember what I say.
I know this is a PG thing, but I don't know if you could say it on
here.
Oh
no, Canada's fine ass. Yeah, Hamza's Canada's fine ass. That's what I thought everyone was saying. I was like, yeah, I've seen the pictures. I agree.
It's Canada's finest.
Yep. Well, thanks, Rye Guy, a bunch.
Of course.
A couple more people we do have in here. I don't know if Junior's ever going to return. But we do have Fed, we have Matt Bless, we got Matt Mojo, which is great to see everybody here.
The Mattception.
That's right. We got Matt Bless and Matt Mojo. That's right. Tag team. Junior, are you there? Paging Junior.
But I do appreciate you having me here, Tim.
No, I appreciate you, Rye Guy. It's been fun to be associated with your name.
Hey, Rye Guy. Thank God that the Celtics showed up, didn't they, bud? Didn't they, bud? Oh yes, sir.
See, it's difficult, bro. It's difficult. Just wait.
Oh,
We'll take game 6 and 7.
It sounds good.
Come on.
There's probably something else there.
Maxey got his weekly 20-point game. That's it. He's good.
Or you mean 30 plus?
Nah.
20 is not 30.
Maybe.
Nah.
Maybe they're getting Evos. You never know.
I hope Tatum gets an Evo. He's got 40 right now.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have sold them. Huh.
Yeah, what about the
Interesting. That's bad news. Yeah, I got all kinds of news I'm going to get once I hop on the game. Yeah, for 6. 6 now. I can't stop. But thanks a bunch, Rye Guy. We are going to get Fed in here.
Yes.
Fed, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good. I dig these Tuesdays, so I always get jazzed up. I get jazzed up until like an hour before, then I get extremely anxious and want to not do them. And then we do them and we have a blast. And I'm glad everybody comes.
Yes, sir.
That's the whole thought process. But how are you doing? That's the big thing. You're on the hot seat here.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Good to hear. We're talking about, stepping up, staying ready. Lonnie Walker, bench player starter to bench player to coach's decision did not play to Braun saying they wouldn't win the game without him. Have you ever been in that position, Fed,
I have
where you
not.
needed to step up?
I have not
What
been
about
in
what
position.
about like in school? Like you needed to step up and like you raised your hand first and showed everybody else that you got the answer first.
Nah, I'm not that type of person.
I think there's competition in there. I've watched you play 2K. I know. There's a whole story. I bet there's a whole list of people that you've had to stomp on to get to the top. You just are too proud to say
Wait, am I-
it. So tell me about 2K and your relationship with 2K.
Uh, it's going okay for now. The stream has been carrying me. I will say that. It's been making the
Yeah.
game a lot more enjoyable. What it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. The social part of it is huge. Give me one thing that you love about my team.
Oh, that's easy. It's the community.
I like that. Well, give me one thing that you would change about my team.
I would change the content way it's designed at the moment.
More content, less
Yeah.
content. You think there's too much content?
Nah, it's there's no content right now. Hopefully that changes the next season, but we'll have to see.
All right. All right. So you are happiest with my team when?
When the content's good.
All right. That's a lot of content. A lot of content. You're content centric. So they just got to get you like a Justin Jefferson crossover card and you'll be good.
Maybe.
I'd be good. Running J Jettas out there. Dynamic duo with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Kurt was selling me in Madden though when I was playing Ramsey the other day.
Oh wait, what? You were playing Ramsey in Madden?
Yeah, bro. That sweat, bro. Bro, it's nothing about what's going on in those matches. I got close twice though. I will say that.
Yeah, you're not betting money or anything because he's a Madden sweat. He came from the streets of Madden. Yeah, so you got to watch.
But listen,
Watch
but to be
wages
fair,
and
like I
screw.
told him, if it was vice versa and we played unlimited, he would flub me by 50 and 30 at the half. So
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Man, I'm gonna get him one day.
So are you seeing other games right now then?
Most definitely.
Just Madden, or is there other stuff you're playing too?
Madden, Rainbow Six Siege, Fortnite especially.
Rainbow Six Siege, that game has had some longevity, hasn't it?
Yeah. New season to come out soon, so I gotta get locked back into that a little bit.
You're a Siege sweat.
A little bit.
See, when people say a little bit, I believe they're a total sweat. That's just me. That's not on you. That's on me for believing that. So do you see a future with you and my team?
Oh, of course.
I like that. That's a quick answer, of course. What about the finals? Who do you think is going to be in the finals?
The Lakers for sure. Pretty confident in them. The East is kind of weird. I feel like the Heat could pull off another miracle and beat whoever is in the next round. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the Heat.
Wow, that's the Heat, a popular pick. Interesting. I wonder if that's just peer pressure from Ramsey. I don't know.
Nah,
he know who Remy Butler is. Don't do that.
There you go.
just pulling out miracles, man. It's hard to bet against him.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. When that dude wants to win, holy cow.
Yeah.
When you want to win co-op, who do you holy cow with? Who do you bring out there to flood somebody with?
Oh, T-Mac. That's easy.
T-Mac, dude. Jeez, yeah, T-Mac. Everybody's mentioned these Yaos and T-Max cards I don't have. Never played with. Kind of expensive. But as far as the community, not game mode wise, who stays ready in the community in your mind?
I mean, the obvious answer is Ramsey.
He does stay ready, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He does stay ready.
But if I had to choose anyone else other than Ramsey, it would definitely be
Who's that?
Mini Coach.
Mini coach. Okay, you broke up a little bit. Yeah, mini coach for sure. Another one that stays ready. Absolutely, mini coach. You know, two great picks. Great picks. But thank you for being ready. Speaking a couple times now. I appreciate every time you are ready to speak on Tuesdays.
Yes, sir. Got to get on that winning streak, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And we're gonna kick it over to. Should we try Junior again, Fed? Should we give up on Junior, or we can give him one last shot?
Junior like 4-0, man. So might as well give him another shot.
Yeah, there he is. We're talking about him, saying it's Junior's turn to speak, but he's like, nah. He's like, nah. Which is fine because it's also Matt Mojo's turn to speak. Since Junior's being bashful or busy, probably busy. He's probably dominating school. He does that. How you doing tonight, Matt?
I'm okay.
It's been an interesting day. Yeah, interesting day.
Yeah. How's everybody else doing out here? What's going on, people? Look, everybody laughing in the chat right now. They listen. I know you've asked peculiar questions, so I'm going to do all I can, Tim, to answer these in the best possible way.
I appreciate that. It's one thing I do really love about you is perspective, that you do have perspective, that as an old head's perspective, that we know what truly deep down is important. Are our kids happy? You know, that's it.
Right. Well, at least I try. You know, one thing about these spaces is that, I believe it or not, the reason why I come on here is to not talk about 2K. But you really put on.
Yeah, this one is a little more 2K centric. Yeah, I don't even know how the space is going to unfold until the notes are here, and it is a little more, but it's kind of more of just maybe submitting a ticket, consumer feedback. You know, this relationship question.
Okay.
So how is your relationship? This is going to be tough.
See, I told you, man. You can go ahead and pass that one because you already know what my relationship is right now. Everybody in the chat, everybody in here knows what my relationship. I don't have to explain what my relationship is like right now with my team. And we could talk about this the whole space, and then we still wouldn't have enough time to finish how I feel about it. So let me say this, man. We're trying to make it. We're trying to make it.
Yep. All right. So the thing that you love about my team is
okay. A genuine answer for me, of course, is the people. Of course, I love them. I'm here for the people. You know, at the end of the day, it's about serving others. And that's all I'm about, you know. But man, concerning the actual mode, pass.
All right. The one thing that you would change about my team.
Executives, greed, odds. I mean, you name it. What else? I mean, what else there's to say? You know, I don't want to sound ultra negative, but let's keep it honest, man. There's a whole lot of messed up going on in this mode. But let's definitely keep it. Let's keep it moving.
Keep moving. All right.
Keep it moving.
Okay, there's one more. Then we're out of the weeds, I think. You are happiest with my team when
I'm not getting banned for doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yeah,
that's a great answer. I can't argue with that answer.
Listen. I have done look. Everybody that's in here, look. Look. The elephant is definitely clear in this big old room here. Let me tell you something, guys. I've done some wrong in this mode. I'm not gonna lie. I've been the first one to say, hey, have I purchased into? Yes, but have I as of late and as of recently on this account? No, I've been clean, and it's just a shame. I'm not coming in here to talk about my situation. Everybody knows I've expressed it. People in the community, other streamers, people that you know have expressed it, you know, and been in support and solidarity for me. It's not about me though, you know what I'm saying? It's about the community as a whole. And I'll say this, man, for me to be singled out and is really eye-opening. All I'm gonna say is this, is that guys, whatever you do, just keep it real. That's the only thing I can say. No matter what, be real. Be real to yourself. Be real to your to you and to what you believe, and hold on to that. Never forget it.
Absolutely. And one thing that's topical of staying ready is one thing I've noticed about you, Matt, and on our short time following your content, less than a year probably, I think, but that you stay ready. When it's whether it's the Pac Champ or you're switching to your no money account or you're playing MLB, you're staying ready for what's next. Staying ready as far as content creation. Has there ever been a chance where you've had to stay ready, like in a different situation that maybe you were counted on, that you weren't expected, that something came out that, wow, I had this in me? My situation was kind of bumping up at work. But
Absolutely, Tim. When I was younger, when I was a kid, my mama made sure we stayed ready. She always said, "If you better stay ready, or I'm gonna get you ready." And when she says "I'm gonna get you ready," it's not a sense of getting you dressed or anything like that. No, you about to get ready for this butt whooping. That's what she meant. So we had no option, we had no choice to stay ready. So yes, I completely understand where you're coming from. I've had situations where you just had to be prepared, in season and out of season. As the good word says, it's the truth. I, for one, have to be ready every stream, and what prepared me like that to be prepared as I am now is because of all my past experiences in business and also with the way I was brought up and taught up, but I have to give that all to my mama. My mama don't play.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get you ready. Oh yeah. Those are some strong words. Strong words. They don't even have to be said angrily. They just, I'm gonna get you ready. Yeah. And then no part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of ready for the finals, who you got?
Lakers, man. Lakers going to win. I got money on it. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. There's not. Look, Lakers. If they win this, they're going all the way. I had Denver and the Celtics going. I just don't see Celtics beating the Sixers right now at this point, and I dang sure don't see Denver right now beating the Lakers team that is really just going through everything. People say, "Oh well, Mojo, Golden State can come back 3-1 and do what they did. Get back LeBron. The series is wraps. I would like to see Jimmy Butler win one. Me personally, I think the Heat. On a sentimental tip, I feel like I would love to see them win. I just do. I would love to see the Heat win, but I'm just going to tell you right now, Lakers in 5. Lakers, they're going all the way. It's just inevitable. The writing's on the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's there. So
LeBron is he's really good at basketball.
He's really good at a lot of things, but man, Tim, the Lakers just have something good going, right?
Yeah, it did seem like Dylan Brooks kind of poked all the Bears. It was kind of like a galvanizing thing that I don't know if the Lakers even needed it to happen, but it sure seemed like there was a spark there.
Yeah, exactly. And then really, brought something together. But I will say this: no matter who you're rooting for, whether you have a team in the playoffs or not, you got to admit the playoffs have been really exciting. More than past years, in my opinion. Don't you all agree in the chat? Like guys, like the playoffs is really something that I've been looking forward to every single game. Whether I have a dog in the fight or not, it just seems like it's really, really entertaining, man. I just wish, and this is concerning 2K. I just wish that what's happening in the field of the playoffs and the finals and everything that's happened, not finals, but the playoffs, everything's happened in the playoffs would translate to what we're doing in 2K. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the evils are great. Yeah, the content is what it is. But if we had that same type of pop that the playoffs has right now in our game, the game would be so much better. That's all I'll say on that.
Yeah. There's a great tie-in. There's a great tie-in, and so if you did have to throw out one guy to run co-op, to carry your teammates, which card are you leaning on?
Which card? Here lately, man, I've been running. I love Zydrunas Ilgauskas, man. I've been really playing with him a lot. But if I had to use a guard, I could use T-Mac. I could use anybody really. You know what I'm saying? And have fun with it. Rudy Fernandez is a nice card as well, even at this stage of the game. But if I had to choose anybody, Big Z.
And I like Rudy too. I like that you mentioned him. Yeah, Big Z. Yeah. And so in the community, if you had to pick one person to stay ready, in your opinion, who is that?
Debo, easily, my friend, man. Got to give it up to Ty, man. He's always staying ready with everything he does, man. He's just that guy. I also got to put Splash, of course, in there, but nobody in my like in a personal tip. There's only really one person that really is always on the ready, whether I need them or not, whether I, need a perspective or anything. There's only really one person that I know that is really that tight. You know what I'm saying? And that's Jazz. Jazz is he's anything I need, he's there. So shout out to all that Jazz, man. There's also one person in here that I want to give a shout out to that was for me when I least expected or even expected. I know I threw a lot of names out, but let me give a shout out to Ramsey, the co-host in here, man. Ramsey's such a good dude. North Carolina grit in the house. We both North Carolinians, and we're both brothers, and I got to give a good shout out to my man Ramsey. He's such a good dude. Early in the stream, he had a lot to say with what happened, what aspired today, within our community. And he's always at the ready to say something, whether it be something positive or something that needs to be said. So you got a good one right next to you, Tim. I guarantee he's that guy. But I just want to throw those few names out there. You know what I'm saying? And that is always ready. Hollow J too, man. Hollow J is such a good dude, and he's always backed me up publicly, privately, anytime. He's backed me up, man. And I have to give all honor and all respect and due to pretty much. I can name all the names that's in here. I see Heck in here. My boy Elevate's in here. Matthew Bless is such a great dude, man. Rye Guy is A1, man. A1 guy, man. I mean, whenever I get on P5, man, we're going to hoop again, bro. I'll only play like threes on Park, so you won't really catch me in my team. But Rye Guy, you know what it is, man. And there's just so many in here that I can name. I'm not going to name drop everybody, but I can say a piece about everybody pretty much in here. Even people I don't even know. Like, for instance, there's Mini Coach in here. That guy right there, you talk about a top grinder. Yeah, there's not too many people in this community that is really grind. Like when we was grinding for the trophy case, I was on my way, and the next thing you know, I kind of faded off. That man kept on him, Splash, Near Manny, those guys, man, they're always at the ready. So I can name pretty much a bit from everybody, including yourself, Tim. Tim, you always ready.
I think at the beginning, I think you kind of nailed it. The community is such a dub. It's such a W community that we are part of. That it's the best part about Twitter. I know that.
Yeah. And, we could say a lot of negative. I can honestly say a lot of negative about this mode. I could say a lot of negative about how I feel about it. I know you asked all those questions that, and great questions, by the way, Tim. We could say a lot of negative, but at the end of the day, we have to really look in the mirror, man, and really just realize one thing. And the one thing is this, man, we're all individuals. We're all humans, we all make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? And we all been through things. Excuse me. We all been through things. And I want to leave on this note, Tim. No matter what, good or bad, you can always take something from the experience. So for me, being the person that I am and going through what I'm going through right now, I'm going to take from that and keep it moving. I think that is the greatest preparation. You talk about Lonnie Walker and getting ready and all that good stuff. That's the greatest preparation you can have as an individual, is taking something from experience or a situation, good or bad, and just keep it moving. That right there is more preparation than anything, in my opinion. That's just me, man. So
exactly.
But
nailed it.
That's all I wanted to say. You're such a dub. You always talk about how people are dubs. I mean, have you looked in the mirror lately, man? You're a walking dub, man. You are amazing, man. That's come on.
I'm a product of the community. That's it. That's all I am. I'm just an AI bot of the community to make people talk to each other. That's it.
To go off what Matt just said, Tim, you need to start actually doing your own answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna move right on past that.
You should
appreciate the feedback.
I've been kind of hinting that. No, don't brush that over. No. See, I think that I think it is important, and me personally, to see a host answer those questions. I know you feel like nobody wants to hear what you have to say, man. Trust me when I say a lot of people in here wants to hear what you have to say. You're a creator too, brother. So I'm just saying, I'm gonna mute on that note. I'm a
We
mute.
want
Hey,
your
Ramsey,
take,
love you,
Jim.
dude.
We want your take.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's a good take, but it's Matt Bless's time. That's the problem. It's Matt Bless's time. And Matt, how are you doing?
I can cede my time to you if you want it.
No, you're speaker. You're in line. There's rules. There's rules on the show, so we gotta follow those rules. And the time is yours. So, how are
Okay.
you doing today? How are you doing today?
Living life, I guess. Doing
That's
all
good.
right.
Hey,
So-
which is good. Which is good. Which is better than the alternative, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely.
So we're talking about having to step up. Stay ready.
Mhm.
Has there ever been a time that you needed to perform, like maybe outside your comfort zone?
Yeah,
Jump out of your
gosh.
shoes?
Yeah, a lot. And I think for me, like, readiness is like my least my lowest trait. Quite possibly.
What's your readiness rating out of 99?
Like
What do you think?
25, right? Like
So they
I
tweet about,
always-
oh, geez, did you see the new Matt Bless card? Yeah, 25 readiness rating. No,
Yeah, right.
he's not the
unusable, right?
Yeah, unusable, outdated.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, I don't know, preparedness and just being on the ball for things has never been my forte. I am very much a go with the flow kind of person, and so being ready, not the best at it, but
You don't see you and Lonnie Walker at all going into the fourth
no.
quarter? No,
Not
okay.
particularly. Not particularly, no. So yeah, it's kind of a hard question though, I mean, just
Sure.
stepping up when need, I mean,
Be
I
ready.
feel
Just
like
stay ready. You were ready to speak tonight. That's good.
yeah, well, yeah, even though I showed up hour and a half late, but
No such thing. No such. We're still rolling. So as long as the lights are still on, as long as the record button's still flashing,
there you go.
You're on time. But are you ready to describe your relationship with my team?
Yeah, I mean, there's not much of one. I'm in that boat of seeing other games, so
Yeah, that's rough. Give me think about the good times. Give me one thing you love about my team.
It's the history of basketball for me. Like, I will admit, I think I'm realizing this now more than ever. I'm not really as huge of a fan of the NBA right now as I was 10, 15, 20, 29 or 30 years ago now. It has very much kind of waned for me, but I really still love the history of it all. I still love, the 90s, the 2000s. A lot of those guys I grew up watching, a lot of the guys I found out about when I was really young, who maybe I didn't get a chance to watch as a kid, but getting to use them now in my team is really cool. Yeah,
I agree 100%. And that and the card collecting nostalgia of it, it's a perfect tie-in. Pulling a David Robinson card is still
exactly.
Tough.
When Ricky Davis came out earlier in the year, I thought of the cards that I had growing up, after after I had watched him as a really little kid, watching the Iowa Hawkeyes, just growing up, like holding in my hand a basketball card of a guy who was from my state, was just it was special. There was something to it, and
100%. And us growing up as gamers, us growing up as basketball fans, and it's the whole time. It's the whole thing. It's not just, hey, 2K released a card. Yeah, it's a backstory. It's a history.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly. For me, I always look forward to Drazen. I always look forward to Marcus Pfizer was really exciting for me. Harrison Barnes was really exciting for me because, he graduated high school the year I graduated high school in Iowa. And so, he was winning the state title when, when I was just graduating high school and all that kind of thing. So, it's those kinds of things where, like, Steven Jackson was another guy I really liked as a kid. Quentin Richardson, I really love listening to the Knuckleheads podcast. So Q-Rich and D Miles, like, they're guys that,
it's way bigger than just a video basketball game.
It really is. And
so what would you change?
Well,
Give me one thing that you would change about my team. Just
Okay.
one. All right, now just hold.
So
Don't go
yeah,
nuts.
I know. I could go a lot of different directions with this. My usual bugaboo, my usual annoyance is ratings and such, but I'm gonna put that on the back burner because I think there's something that's just way more important. And the more I play the show, the more and FIFA, the more I realize that it's huge. It's huge. It's content structure. It is giving people the opportunity to earn quality, free content and doing it through lots of different avenues. However they want to play and whatever they want to do, give them something for their time, be it MLB with these big rewards that are, kind of coming up time and time again, be it with FIFA where the rewards themselves aren't really that crazy, but you get a lot of them and there's always a chance, right?
Yeah. It seems like if you're always getting something. That's what I noticed about MLB last year. That and the fact that they kept, like, I didn't play it, I think, the first month, but all the month challenges were always there. Like every challenge was always there.
Yep. It never went away. And you can still do it now. You can even though the game is done, you can still go back and do it all if you wanted.
Oh, I bet my squad's pretty solid. I bet my MLB 22 squad's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I had a Twins team. I had a sweet Twins team. Of course I did.
See, there you go.
The pitching was always weak though. That was frustrating.
They I
don't have a decent Frank Viola
anyway.
card.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I wish. Johan Santana too. Johan's my one that I'd anyway.
So you definitely consider seeing other games. You're all in. Yeah, you're actively.
I'm basically gone at this point. Unfortunately,
you don't even come home. You're out still shopping for milk. So do you see a future with you and my team?
I'd say 20%. 20% chance that I actually come back next year. And it's weird
so you're
to say
saying
that.
There's a chance. All right.
There is a chance. There is a chance.
Okay.
It is such that, like I said, I've had my problems with, like, how the content is structured for a long time. And whether or not that changes, whatever, fine. Okay. But I think this year a lot of the issues that were had just have made me very frustrated, have made me really sad because this is finally before this I had never really, how shall I put this, I had never really stumbled across a portion of the community that I really felt akin to, I guess you could say, included in. really just kind of felt like ultra hyper competitive dudes who just wanted to get at each other's throats and all this kind of thing. And now that I've finally found something that's not that, I feel like, you know, 2K is kind of just constantly lobbing Molotov cocktails at their community, if you will, you know? Like, maybe that's a little dramatic, but
it paints a funny picture. It really does.
It is.
Oh, here comes another card incoming. Oh, wait, no, it's not a card.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it is one of those things where I've just been really saddened by it, and it's really led me to think, you know, do I really want to put up with it anymore for something, for really a product that I don't feel like I've enjoyed for a little while, you know, at least at this time of the year.
Yeah, it's a big question. It's a big question. But we don't have to question whether we're going to enjoy the finals, though, because they're going to be great. That's a good. I have a feeling. Who do you think is going to be in the finals?
I'm going to go heart. I'm going to go with the Nuggets. I'm going to go with my heart. And I have no good reason for believing that, but I'm going to go with my heart. And then I'm going to also go with my heart and say the Heat for Jimmy Butler. And those are going to be the finals. I'm going to go with the Nuggets. I really want to see Jokic get a ring. So,
well, if somebody needed you to be ready to hop back into co-op, which card would you take? Is it still Ricky Davis?
Is it really a question? Yeah, not. Even though they took that, I never realized how much I liked that Paul George escape. Shout out to Kevin Cruz for that one. But yeah, even without the Paul George escape, I think it's got to be Ricky. I think it's got to be Ricky.
Yep. All right. Okay. Aside from the co-op and the gameplay, you need somebody to stay ready in the community. Who are you looking to?
Yeah, you know, I thought about this a lot, and I couldn't narrow it down. So I think I gotta do the scattershot thing, because there are a lot of you who are constantly that way. You know, you, Ramsey, you are constantly ready to let others' voices be heard, and really to put yourself second. And that's very, very admirable. Though I would concur with Mr. Mojo down there, whom I will get to in a second. But you know, we do want to hear from you too. You have brought a lot of value to this community, and thank you for that. Ramsey is always ready to you know, I mean, I don't think I had barely known Ramsey for a day, you know, when I was in some stream and he was saying, "Hey, what's up?" You know, always ready with that.
He is too. And hold up before you finish. This is going to be the space closing, Matt.
Okay.
You can name as many people as you want, or
sounds
just
good.
Name one. But then, yeah, this is on you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate the months of being. No. Sorry about it. You were doing so well with the shout out. I was thinking, man, this should be the space ending.
After
okay.
Matt
Sounds good.
We're already way over.
Hold on, one second.
Uh-oh.
After Matt speaks, I have one last thing to say. Okay.
Well, I'm out of it. So I'm turning my time over to Matt because he was killing it and I interrupted him just because it was so good. So that's my time tonight. Thanks a bunch, Matt, for closing.
Yep.
And Ramsey,
I'll let Ramsey get the last word in there.
Okay, so Tim must have forgot what type of motherfucker I am. And because he doesn't want to listen to anybody, He is going to close this space because it is his space. And Tim, I'm going to stop
Thank
talking.
you.
And now you have nothing else to
Yeah,
say but
absolutely.
close the space, and you will close. Now close.
Yes.
No, Matt wasn't done with his shout outs.
That's okay. You can go for it.
I want to shout out Matt Bless. How about that? No, I'm not. No, Ramsey, I reject that. As host, I reject the co-host saying that. Matt is closing the space tonight.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever you want. I don't care. I can let you have it.
Nope. But go back to you were about to shout out Matt Mojo, I believe.
I was, in fact, believe it or not. Because Matt Mojo was always ready to speak up and to speak up for people's best interests. Not only himself, but for others, and that is deeply admirable. There, like I said, there are a ton in here. Hollow J, always ready to, share his love of the card collecting aspects. Heck, always ready to share, tips to make coins, not just in this game, in others too. Elevate, always ready to, help others, enjoy the game and play true to that, really historical aspect of it. Jimmy Crack Corn down here. Is always ready with an anecdote and a story just about anything. Cabrillo is always ready with just memes that make me bust out laughing that I have no business laughing at. But yeah, it's a lot of you guys. And I really appreciate that I've found a community where that readiness is at the fore. Not just ready to enjoy the game, but legitimately ready to go to bat and support other people and help other people out and all that kind of stuff. And I have honestly never seen that in another space in this community. And I give thanks to you guys for that. So, yeah, thanks for staying ready. And that's my time.
Everybody really killed it that night. Thanks for listening. Please check out more stuff on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Twitch.